All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same map. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I know you guys missed me yesterday. Acho's ugly mug was up here, but we have a real one back in the building. I'm Carebear Kieran, and I'm joined here today with 2 gentlemen that made their mark in the National Football League. One of them did so with 30 tackles in his NFL career.
33!
Twitter let me know about that today.
Give me my extra
33 tackles in 20 games over your career. Also a 2014 Special Teams All-Pro. He actually played in the league, so before you open your mouth about my dog, make sure you have some respect.
Facts.
Emmanuel Acho in the building.
Oh, I don't know. It gets the people going. Hey, y'all could be doing anything. Y'all could be watching any show. You're hanging out with us. I do not take it for granted. Nobody shot it. Well, I guess everybody shot at me today, but nobody on a podcast shot at me today. That's progress. That's growth. We're making peace in society. Yeah, but Stephen A. did mention my name. He mentioned one of the curly hair light skins. We will let y'all decide which one. So there is still some drama we must address. Carebear, get it popping.
Look, speaking of non-participants in the National Football League, but superstars in the National Football League, this gentleman made his mark in the city of Philadelphia. He is the all-time leading rusher for the Eagles organization. He's one of the shiftiest running backs to ever step foot on a football field. He builds houses. He also builds up the character and development of young men financially, emotionally, and out there on the football field. 2-5 Sports. It's coming to a city new year. Coming to a new prospect near you as well. 2-5, 2 live. LaShawn Shady McCoy in the building.
You see the hoodie? You know what I mean?
There we go.
Let's got my new 7-on-17.
There we go.
2-5 Sports. Hey, real quick.
Yeah. What's up?
You throw stones and then act like you the victim.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm starting to notice that.
Oh.
Like, you know, you. Like, I don't know why this guy's shooting at me. You shooting at him first. Bop,
No.
Not Emmanuel Frankie Paul. Come on, dog.
Here's my thing.
Don't throw a stone and hide your hand.
I don't throw stones.
Bro, I watch you.
If anything, I throw pebbles.
I watch you come at Stephen A. and I watch you come at Leonard Fournette. And then I'm late to everything. So I'm like, damn, they come my boy. And I find out you did it first.
Not me. It can't be me.
That's what they saying.
It can't be me.
He responded to Leonard, then Leonard brought up the playing career. And speaking of a guy that didn't have a playing career, Social Trey also in the building.
Trey.
What's happening, y'all? It's good to be here, man.
The shirt tough though, brother.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
You know,
Acho has the old ad read is similar to this.
Yeah.
It's similar to this shirt. It's knitted. It's knitted, brother.
Oh, you got knitted money now. Okay, I'm happy for you, bro.
Listen, hey.
Whoever paying you well.
My dog.
I'm happy.
Don't leave me hanging.
I'm happy for you, my dog.
Listen, Threads is upgrade now. I ain't Egyptian 5,000 thread, whatever you said. I ain't there yet, but you know, we got some knitted clothes now.
We're almost getting there. We're almost getting there. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we have a loaded show for you today. Let's start with some news out of the National Basketball Association as the Lakers' 9-game winning streak comes to an end. They lose to the Cadeless Pistons. The winning streak comes to an end at 9 games. Dennis Jenkins ended up having a career high 30 points in Detroit tonight. Luka, this was him for the win, trying to make it happen. A little bit of a busted play here. Jalen Duren on him at the top of the key. Can he get the shot off? Luka Doncic for 3. And it's not even getting to the rim. His stats on the night, he had 32.7 rebounds, 6 assists. This tweet is pretty crazy. The 2-week honeymoon MVP story for Luka is over, as he says. 11 to 29 from the field is horrid hoops. Fellas, that leads to my question for you. Are the Lakers asking Luka Doncic to do too much?
That's a good question. Yes, I'd say they're asking Luka to do too much, only because this was one of those games where you could see why the Lakers wouldn't win a championship. And my thought process... You need some water?
No, I'm sorry. Just your take. Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
This was one of those games, as I was saying, where you can see why the Lakers wouldn't win a championship. And it's because the Lakers, as we know, they're a very top-heavy team. An incredibly top-heavy team. Luka Doncic has been a superhero for the last 2 weeks. I mean, game after game, 60, 40, 40. Again tonight, he dropped 32. Let's not act like he had a lack of output from a scoring perspective, but he put up 29 shots. Why I say this was one of those games where you could see the Lakers wouldn't win a championship, I don't know if y'all saw the possession. Luka goes down, he misses a three. He cuts, I think Vando finds him on a cut, he gets a bucket. He hurts himself getting that bucket. He's limping. He goes down, he gets the steal by diving on the floor in order to get it. You can't ask a player to do all that, plus shoot 29 shots and shoot a high field goal percentage. You're just asking an individual to quite literally do too much. So to me, I do think the Lakers, if they want to win a championship, are asking him to do too much. But remember, Marcus Smart didn't play. Rui Hachimura didn't play. The Lakers were without 2 of their top 7 players. So I'm not going to look at this game too granularly. Cade Cunningham didn't play at all, so I'm not discrediting what the Detroit Pistons were able to do. I'm simply saying you could understand how and why the Lakers are such a top-heavy team and it could cost them down the stretch.
I don't know, man. I mean, I watched the same game you watched.
You did.
And I watched, it was 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They were down 1. He got a chance to shoot the ball, and he missed it.
That happened.
Yeah, we had that clip right here. You can show that.
Oh, let's show it. Anyone gets no super top elite defender.
Yeah.
Okay, Luka, 77, one of the best of all time.
I mean, he's going to miss every now and then, Shady.
Okay, another thing about this situation. Now, we see that.
Yep.
So that didn't happen. But this is funny, though. Because every time the conversation about Luka and it doesn't go his way, I notice you always try to give him some grace. Because are we going to ask the same question for Jokic in the Nuggets? Does he have to do too much? The guy is scoring, he rebounding, playing defense. From time to time, he getting assists. Okay, what about SGA? Are they asking him to do too much? Like, when you are the star player on your team, when you are a top 3, top 5 player in the league, we don't ask these questions. We're going to ask if they're doing too much. No, this is why we pay the big bucks. This is why we look at the Lakers as a championship contender team. Same thing with OKC and Denver. Stop with the nonsense. Yo, Luka can be criticized and analyzed like everybody else. There's nothing wrong with that.
Here's what's wrong. There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's something wildly wrong with your take, and here's what it is. This is why I need no further evidence to suggest that Luka Doncic is being asked to do too much than the 25 seconds I'm about to show y'all. If y'all are watching Speakeasy, shout out to y'all. Hit the subscribe button. We're giving away $1,000, by the way, during today's show. What do they got to do to win $1,000? Just exist?
No, there's a Google form they have to fill out.
Yes.
You have to use code Speakeasy.
Yep.
You have to sign up. You have to fill out the Google form, and then make sure when you sign up on the Google form,
talk to them.
Put your username that you have for PrizePicks so there is no confusion, either your username or your email, because that's where we're sending the promo funds. Don't give us your YouTube name. Don't give us your auntie's nickname that she gave you when you was 2 years old. Email or PrizePicks username. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, back to the 25 seconds. Show this clip of Luka Doncic, because this to me is why I'm suggesting they are asking Luka to do too much. So he misses a tray ball, backdoor cuts, gets the bucket. Now he's limping and he's wincing in pain. Mind you, 2-5, this is first quarter. But no, don't wait for it, 2-5. Do not cast judgment too soon. This is the first quarter. Everybody says Luka can't play defense. Luka doesn't play with effort on defense. That's what they try to tell you. But watch. Forget this moment.
Get the steal!
It's that moment.
That was lazy.
He got the steal, Shady.
Bro. That is a steal for him, yeah.
So my point is this.
Like,
at the point in which you have the 6'9", 255-pound, if I'm not mistaken, Luka Doncic taking 29 shots, and then full body extending, laying out in a non-playoff game, trying to just make sure his teammate can get a bucket, which ultimately led to a wide open three by the dude who had the game winner versus the Orlando Magic, Luke Kennard. That is why I'm suggesting he's doing too much.
Bro, that's basketball. Are you serious, man? That's basketball.
Yeah. No.
Hustling, backdoor cuts.
No, here's the thing. The players that are putting up 29 shots, the players that are scoring 60 points, the players scoring 60 points are not the same players full body laying out to make those plays.
Acho, why not? I can show you a million freaking tapes of Michael Jordan doing the same thing.
Michael Jordan's not a 6'9", 260 pounds. Okay. So there's a difference.
Well, LeBron, I see LeBron do it. Does he count?
Not anymore, but yes.
SGA, does he count? He's 6'6". Does he count? Jokic. The dude be hobbling up and down the court.
Jokic is not doing that. I'll tell you that right now.
But what I'm saying is, it's energy being used.
Yep, fair.
I'm rebounding. Yeah. I'm pushing the point. I'm in the post. I'm shooting threes. I'm giving assists. I'm doing everything. It's like when we talk about Luka, everything is so different. I can name you 10 all-stars that's doing this. I got him the same
But
thing.
those 10 All-Stars are not averaging 40 points per game over 10 games. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, what you doing?
I disagree. I actually agree with Shady on this take, which is so look, this is my thing. We can't on one hand give Luka all the credit for fighting to get the Lakers into the 3 seed with Austin Reeves and LeBron James missing 48 combined games this season, and he's averaging 33 and 8 and 7, right? And then also in the same breath and be like, oh, he's doing too much. He has the highest usage rate in the league because that's what they ask of him. He's a superstar player who has to give superstar effort. That's just what it is. They're not asking him to do too much. This is what Luka Doncic signed up for. This is what Luka Doncic has to do night in and night out, and that's the player that he is.
But here's the problem.
I'm with Shady. It's ridiculous to sit here and be like, oh, they're asking him to do too much. Bruh, he's a guy that takes 29 shots in a game that he's struggling. He's a volume scorer. That's what he does.
Here's the problem. What you are asking of Luka is not sustainable. You have to understand what you're dealing with. If Shady's pushing a Rolls Royce, you can't push that Rolls from here to San Francisco and expect to not stop. If you pushing a Hyundai, if you pushing a Prius, if you pushing something like that, you can get from here to the Bay maybe and not have to stop or have to stop one
nasty
time.
right now.
You have to understand the vehicle that you're utilizing.
Ooh.
Just like that Rolls can take you a different speed and can take you there on a nicer ride, you got to understand. Luka Doncic dropped 60 and then 49 and 8 with 4 hours of sleep when he went from Houston, Texas to Miami. Then backdoored after beating Miami, went to Orlando, dropped another 35 or 40 piece. Then he has to go to Detroit. My dude dropped 32. I get it. It was 11 from 29 from the field. Mind you, the last 2 shots, especially that last shot, let's be for real. He was 11 for 29 from the field. But at the point in which in the first quarter, he's giving maximum effort because the janitor player, Marcus Smart, is not there to clean up. So Luka has to be the janitor and the CEO and the CFO and the COO. Yes, he's doing too much.
He has to be the most valuable player in the NBA. And Acho, I hate to say it, brother, but you are being a damn hypocrite. You are being a hypocrite. Everything you just said was hypocritical. You are load management is ridiculous. Players need to be out there giving them that effort 82 games of the year. And if you want to praise all the players of the old age, the Michael Jordans who went out there and played 82 games and chunked up 27 shots, then I don't want to hear it whenever Luka Doncic is out there giving you championship effort. That's what he's supposed to do. If you're going to praise him for that same back-to-back, that he goes out there, scores 40, beats the Rockets, then drops 60 in Miami, you have to be able to say, hey, this is what we expect out of Luka Doncic. They're not asking him to do too much, in my honest opinion. They're not. This is the situation that he is in, and he's playing like a superstar right now. He has to.
I'm just trying to figure this thing out. Like,
what you trying to figure out, Shady?
You play professional sports, and you talking like this. So if you're the coach, imagine being JJ Redick.
Yep.
You'll say this to your team?
Shady, Bron had 0 points in the first half.
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah, 0 points. LeBron James.
I'm asking you, if you're the head coach for the Lakers, you're going to say, man, look at all this effort from Luka. He's doing way too much.
No.
What are we talking about?
Of course not.
Why are you playing a game? You know what?
Thank you, Shady.
I'm not about to get hyped and let you get me hyped. I'm not going to do it. This sounds crazy.
You would not do this with Shady. You would not do this with Shady.
If you are the best player on the team, and you are one of the best players in the league, and you are a top 3 MVP type candidate.
I got a question.
You telling me you doing too much?
I got a question.
You hustling too much? You shooting too much?
Can I ask a question, please?
What are you talking about? That sounds silly.
I'm going to start with Trey.
Okay.
Trey, maybe who in the last 5 to 7 years, who's the best running back in the NFL?
5 to 7 years. Got to put Saquon up there.
Who else?
Bijan, how long you been in the league?
3.
Okay, not long enough. Saquon.
Why he ain't give me the running
Derrick
back?
Henry.
Yeah, Derrick Henry.
Derrick
Henry.
Henry.
Derrick Henry, right?
Yeah.
Kieran, I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay.
Does Derrick Henry play on third downs?
Yeah.
Oh, Shady, don't lie to the people.
Third and 1 is in the game.
Yeah, you know what I'm asking. You know what I'm asking.
You said third down.
He plays on third down.
Okay.
This is a dumb comparison.
Does Derrick Henry play in 2 minutes?
No, you're not gonna. I'm not gonna let you do it.
Can you not answer my question?
In football, you don't play offense and defense. And you can't use somebody else.
No, the point I am making is this.
Utilization.
There comes a point where you know the skill set of your player and you don't ask him to do everything. Derrick Henry has been in OPOY conversations. Derrick Henry has been in MVP conversations. But the fact of the matter is, you don't ask somebody to do everything because you know the skill set of your dude.
So your comeback was Derrick Henry. We talking about basketball. You got to play both sides of the ball.
Because I'm an ambidextrous analyst. I can talk football. I can talk basketball. I can bring it to basketball.
It don't relate though, because like we seen games where Luka had to play defense, and like he's doing that. Okay. So what I'm saying is, bro, there's nothing wrong with the star player doing everything, playing defense, hustling, jumping for loose balls. You know what? That's what people used to do.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like now we're at a day and age where like It's looked at if you're doing too much, if you're hustling too much.
No, here's my problem. My problem with what y'all are omitting, because obviously Shea would do this. Obviously Jaylen Brown would
They
do
this.
Obviously Giannis would do this. Hold on, let me finish this thought. My problem with what y'all are omitting is Shea, at least this season, ain't giving you 60, 51, 51, 49, 8. Now, does Shea give you 35, 35, 28, 35, 35, 42? Yes. But y'all got to remember the streak that Luka's coming on. They're in the midst of a road trip, people. Hold on. Can we use some common sense and practicality?
I don't know if it was last year or the year before that, but S.A.S had a nice little span where he was getting them 40s and all that.
Yep.
We didn't say, is he doing too much? No, he just doing what he has to do. When you're an all-star MVP type dude, you do what you do, dog.
Zero from
if it's
LeBron,
hustling, it's hustling. If it's scoring, it's scoring.
Zero from LeBron,
there ain't no limit.
LeBron doing this all game.
Man, I don't
Hold up.
Look, 0 points for.
I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
Whatever you want, G.
Do you think this year Luka is attempting more shots than he's ever attempted in his career?
Here we go.
Probably second most.
Right.
I wouldn't say the most.
So we've seen him do it before.
Yep.
You think he's averaging as many points as he's averaged before in his career?
Within 1 point, I believe so.
Yeah, not second most in his
most,
career.
yeah.
More assists, more rebounds,
But better defense.
better defensively.
Better
Sure,
defense.
you could say that. This is a player that went to the playoffs. He led the playoffs in every statistical category: points, rebounds, assists, steals, everything.
Yep.
And what was the narrative? Yeah, I mean, and turnover. Sure, of course, he's the most ball dominant player in the league.
Yep.
A dude that has the highest usage rate, and we praise him for that. Why are we now flipping it around and saying that, oh, well, they're just asking him to do too much? This is what makes him a special player. He can handle that load. Pause. He can. I'm sorry, he can. We've seen it in the playoffs. When they were in the playoffs in 2024, in the season that I'm talking about, by the way, the season that I'm talking about where they averaged the most shots, where he averaged the most points, who was the one getting tired in the Western Conference Finals? Was it Luka Doncic or was it the young 22-year-old Anthony Edwards? It was the Young Bulls, right?
Young Bulls,
We're talking about a dude that's been professional since he was 16 years old. A decade plus of this. His 11th year of professional basketball. He's not being asked to do too much. He's being asked to do exactly what he wants to do.
My final thought for the brilliant minds to my right. Y'all at home can decide which mind I'm referencing.
Oh, wow.
Luka Doncic, I'm adding context to what he's been in the midst of. If Luka wasn't in the midst of this 60, 50, 40, 40-point run, that's different. But even Shea, last year, NBA Finals, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I believe J-Dub had a 40-point game. I believe he did.
We going to the playoffs now?
I'm just going to wherever you need me to go. I'll take you there. Okay. I believe he had a 40-point game. Over the stretch, LeBron did have, I think it was like a 14-point game in Orlando. Austin Reeves had a 14 and a 15-point game, both games versus the Rockets. Yes, LeBron had a 30-game versus the Rockets, and another 22-point game versus the Rockets. But I'm like,
Kelce had a triple-double.
But I'm sitting here saying, like, yo, comparing the help that Luka's given on a nightly basis and the help that Shea is given on a nightly basis, that's apples to pecans. So let's be for real. Like, let's
why
be
he's
for
the
real.
MVP.
So what do you want from Luka though? So you want him to do less and maybe because you got help. I don't know if you're trying to act like he don't have no help or what are you trying to
Not
get
as
at?
much help. Not as much help. That's all.
All right, well, every teammate the same, right?
Correct.
I don't see Jokic crying about him having enough help. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to figure out what's the real argument here because no team is gonna be perfect. That's why you the MVP. That's why you Luka. That's why you call the shots. Wherever you go, you get what you want.
Fair.
And the truth is,
that's why they're not extending LeBron. It's your team now. We love LeBron. He's gone. It's your team. Yeah. What you want, Luka? What you want? Because I don't want this no more. I don't want people like Acho trying to give excuses up. Luka's a great player. Let him go on his own, dog.
Guys,
when I say that, I mean we're gonna talk about him great because he's a great player. But if he doesn't do well, we can speak about that.
That's
too.
fair too. And he didn't have a good night. He didn't have a good night.
I'm not mad at him having a bad night.
Fair.
That's sports.
Yep.
My problem is you making excuses up for him. Are we asking him to do too much? Huh? You're the MVP type player.
Yeah. They were good enough to win 9 games straight in the first place.
No.
I don't want to hear it now.
Are we giving him too many carries?
No.
Are we giving him what?
No, it's crazy. Also, he wasn't given the same grace earlier this season. Earlier this season, when the Lakers weren't winning, it was, Luka's not doing enough. Now that they are winning and they lose one game, it's Luka's doing too much. Come on, bro.
Dion, not last thing, because I know we've been here for too long. You don't think it is an unreasonable statement to suggest Luka's being asked to do too much when LeBron has 0 points in the first half?
LeBron 41 years old.
Like the second best player on the team has not a singular iota of a point. Not one singular atom of a point. Not a nucleus of a point. None. And he's the same. So what you want? You want DeAndre Ayton to do it?
I ain't talking about
Austin
You
Reeves
want
to get busy.
Jake LaRavia to
He
do
was
it?
having a bad game.
Austin Reeves.
They lost this game
Austin Reeves
because
got
the
busy in
support.
second
But this is
half.
my thing, though. They lost this game because the supporting cast did not have a good first half. In my honest opinion, they were down 14 to start the second half of the
Yep.
game. Like they put themselves in a hole. They tried to fight back through it. They could have made better plays down the stretch, and Luka was asked to do a
Because
lot.
Luka had 17 in the first. Did he have 17 in the first quarter?
Okay.
I don't like this argument. He's had the #1 usage rate from the first game of the season to the last game of the season, and it's not the narrative when they're losing, but now it's a narrative when they're winning.
Whatever. Trey, do we have any super chats?
Listen, we do. We have a few super chats. Shout out to our guy 214, Mr. DFW. In the building, he said, Chef Shady cooking tonight early. Get him straight,
he's
2-5.
not. No, he's not.
He said,
Relax.
Acho, you usually be cooking, but you low-key reaching tonight, my boy. Even Slim Bear trying to get a good take in. I got my
that water in
popcorn
there.
ready. Keep cooking, fellas. That's how Carebear got to where
You know
he is
what,
now,
though?
all that damn
I'm
cooking.
noticing though, right?
What's up, yo?
When we have these polls, 88% of the time, they be voting with me. Trey, you know the numbers.
Yeah,
88.
yeah.
I mean, think about it.
Hey, Ethan, stop that, man.
Ethan said we up to 90.
Ethan
said
said
something
higher.
higher.
Real talk,
You
though.
wanna hear that?
Yo,
It's up to 90.
very,
It's higher, man.
very rarely does a chat go against me because they know I know.
Yeah,
Now,
you know
whenever they disagree with Shady, though, it's like it's really got to be. He's really got to be.
It'd
on
be
the
like,
other
it'd
side.
be like cultural stuff.
Yeah,
I had
maybe.
a lot of people killing me.
Nah,
about
they support
the,
us on the Drake and Josh stuff.
the
I remember
Magic
that one.
Imagine what?
City stuff. They was killing my dad.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know anything about Drake and Josh. I've never even like.
Hating on
We don't got
Trey, what else we got, G?
Listen, Tall Up 340, our resident comedian in Speakeasy said, "What do I have to do to get PR like Luka?" Well, have somebody
Me
like
too,
Acho in
dog.
your corner.
You don't want,
That's it.
bro.
Get
You do not
somebody-
want
get a
Luka
friend like
PR.
Acho.
I'm tired of this, bro. You do not want Luka
They
PR.
love Luka though.
They don't
do.
love Luka.
Yes, they do.
How do you average 34, 9 and 9, and everyone's looking for any reason not to give you the MVP? Perk said he wasn't the top 5 player last week. We saying that he has great PR.
He did say that.
Nah, but you know what it is.
Lou Williams said some asinine.
Yeah.
He made 3 people walk back takes in 1 week, and we're saying that he has good PR.
No, it's this though.
was
I
one of
think a
those
lot of the players that play basketball, we only speak on offense.
Yep.
Every time we
Yeah.
talk about Luka, it's always offense, right? If you really watch what they say, it's like, yo, it's 2 sides of the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Luka don't be hustling for real. I mean, y'all know.
Yeah.
the
I
whole
don't know.
Luka thing. I like Luka though.
This
It's that
season he's
I
playing
get
a
it.
whole better defense though, so I'll give him that credit. He
He
top- he's number 7 in
He complains
steals
to
right
the
now.
ref every freak. I'm like, damn, dude.
I
you do
hear
the,
that one.
You do the same thing every game.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Somebody
Trey, what else, G?
Listen, I got 2 more to get through. Sergeant Pigman says, so now if you're a great player, you're not expected to do 75% of the work for your team to win. Come on, Acho. Great players are asked to do more because it is expected of them. Listen, Acho knows heavy is the head that wears the crown. Okay, y'all don't got to tell him.
I don't know.
He's up
I don't
here
think
just
he do.
going to bat for his mans, his former Dallas Maverick. He's just rooting for. Now listen, we
Luka
gotta-
was also heavy at one point.
Yeah,
So am I. Right now.
you're still heavy.
Yeah, I
you
know.
are.
I'm working on it.
You are.
I know. Pushing. We're right near 30, by the way.
Almost
30
lost 30
pounds.
pounds?
Yeah.
Halfway through, only a quarter of the year. Okay.
I'm
yeah.
I love
telling
that.
you, I'm cooking.
You lost
I
30
love that.
pounds?
Yeah, since January, beginning of January.
Shady's.
I'll show you the number.
I
It was
don't know.
crazy.
He on that Ozempic.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
30 pounds in a month?
No,
No,
not
no,
much.
3 months,
Bro,
3
this
months.
is
Since the beginning of the year.
Beginning of January.
You must. You must.
We
3
been
months.
2.5 months in.
Shady. Also,
now.
actually, that reminds me. Shady said he was gonna get down to his playing weight.
You did. say
How's that going?
Yeah, how's that going?
You look a little slimmer in the face.
Look at my face.
Yeah, I get you a little slimmer in the
I got
face.
some work to do
But
now.
you've been wearing hoodies a lot.
Yeah.
You've been wearing
You know
hoodies a
what
lot.
happens when they start
It's-
wearing
and it-
hoodies?
When you
It's
start
getting
putting
kinda hot
it,
here,
it been 92 degrees outside, and
we
you
had
come
a
in,
heat
you come in the
wave.
studio with a hoodie on.
Yeah, and your
It's
son-
cool. We ain't gonna dwell on it too much,
Yeah.
but
What's that mean? I'm
just
lost.
know we brought a tape measure to get my height. We gonna bring a scale to get your weight too, Shady and
Yeah,
Care Bear.
we are
We gonna
doing
it.
we
We got it.
Yeah,
Accountability
yeah,
and speakeasy.
accountability.
What does hoodies mean? I'm lost.
You trying to cover something. You
Yeah.
know, when the ladies start wearing hoodies,
Ladies.
Nah, I
that's a
think.
principle.
Oh yeah.
dealing with a real
You
dude.
start wearing baggier stuff whenever
Start
you
wearing
gain a
back
little
your stuff.
bit.
When you go.
Who started doing that?
We asking if that's what
Just
you're
asking.
doing.
You see what I'm in.
Yeah.
Everybody in short sleeve shirts. It's 95 degrees outside, and you in the long. You in the
I'm
hoodie.
repping my 2.5 sports.
Okay. That's a good.
When do
Y'all don't have
athletes
short
wear big
sleeves?
stuff just to look big? I don't even.
Short-
who,
no short
Who
sleeve
made
work?
that up?
Listen,
That's a non-athlete
last one we
comment.
got is from a very special super chatter.
Okay.
Reese.
It's no surprise that on the same
Oh,
night we're giving
Reese.
away
It's mother sucker.
$1,000 in
Reese
prize
back in the
picks
game.
promo
I swear to
funds.
God, Reese.
You gonna win?
I
That
swear,
Panthers Reese showed up
I
with a
swear,
super
Reese.
chat.
I swear,
He should be
Reese.
disqualified.
He said, give Acho his
So my
3
man,
tackles.
man, get on there.
We ain't heard from Reese in months.
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 Literal months.
Hey, if you a Speakeasy regular, if you're new to the Speakeasy, Reese used to be in here religiously. He would be in here
every night, bro.
He'd be in here first with the first chat. Reese won back-to-back $1,000 giveaways, and he dipped on us. We didn't hear from him for 3 months. Trey had to find Reese's personal channel and DM him like, hey, are you and the family okay? Mom and them good? Anybody passed away? You disappeared. And now we giving away $1,000, and Reese is back.
Nope, no coincidence.
Wait,
I don't
how you
believe
win the
it.
money? Because my uncle been trying to get on here for the last 2 times. We trying to win, or he trying to win.
I
I meant to say he.
Here we go. Insider trading right here, man. What's happening, bro?
Okay, we giving away $1,000. If you want to be in on YouTube right now, Trey has dropped a comment. You hit the comment, you fill out the form. Make sure you create your PrizePicks account. Use the code Speakeasy. Use the code Speakeasy. If you're on TikTok, hit the link in the bio, fill out the form, use the code Speakeasy. Hey, and just so y'all know.
Wait, before you go,
Go ahead.
can you do it one more time, that same spell? Hold on, here we go. Go ahead.
Use the code Speakeasy. If you're on YouTube, click the comment, fill out the Google form. Use the code Speakeasy. Okay, you got me?
I got you.
My dog.
There we go.
My dog.
Hey, hit the link. Hey,
Shady, that was the unk you had over Thanksgiving, and he fell asleep. That was the unk. Yeah. He was
Hey,
asleep. He was
just
asleep.
so y'all know, PrizePicks be showing love. Rome,
Facts. Oh no.
you ready?
Oh no.
I didn't want to do this.
No.
I promise you,
Wait,
I
wait,
didn't want to
wait.
do this. I
He did
not.
what?
I didn't want to do this.
The prospect got boxing?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Today we had a $10,000 day.
Yo.
Oh come on, bro.
Oh,
yeah.
$1,500?
I'm gonna get up.
$1,500.
I'm gonna get out of here and walk
Desmond Bain, I knew he wasn't finna go crazy. He was playing the Pacers. Y'all know Pacers guards know how to strap up.
Wow.
Wendell Carter, the Pacers ain't really got no big, so I knew between points and boards, Wendell was finna get over 18 and a half.
That was risky.
Austin Reeves, he gets over 3.5 dimes for the last 10 games straight, but Marcus Smart wasn't playing, so I figured he'd have the ball in his hands a little bit more, so I upped it to 4.5, got that dub. Jalen Duren, I already figured 7.5. That's not a lot of boards to get, not to mention between Jackson Hayes and DeAndre Ayton, Jalen Duren's going to find a way to get active. Then Luka, 24.5. He's done that for 20 games straight. $1,500, a quick $10,875. PrizePicks, code Speakeasy. I'm telling y'all take this little $1,000 we going to give y'all, and y'all turn it into $100,000. Hit the link on YouTube, hit the link on TikTok, and pay your mortgage. Carebear, where we at?
Look, speaking of getting that pay, we got to talk about the biggest news in the NFL today. Offensive Player of the Year and Super Bowl champion Jackson Smith-Njigba reached an agreement with the Seattle Seahawks on a 4-year, $168 million extension, making him the highest paid receiver in NFL history. The deal is averaging $42.15 million per year and includes over $120 million guaranteed. Generational wealth out there, Jackson Smith-Njigba last year had probably the best year that you could have as a wide receiver. He was a Super Bowl champion, Offensive Player of the Year, first team All-Pro, Pro Bowl selection, led the NFL with 1,793 yards, all at the age of 24. Now he signed a contract guaranteeing him $120 million and just became the highest paid wide receiver ever. He is now at the top of the market, $42.2 million, $40.3 million. Wow. Justin Jefferson sitting there at 35, CeeDee Lamb at 34, and DK Metcalf, top 5 paid at $33 million. Fellas, how do we feel about this deal? And congratulations to Jackson Smith-Njigba, getting that paid.
How you feel, 2-5?
Oh, that's big, man. Anytime you become the highest paid in your position.
It was
it feels good. Believe me, trust me, I've been there. But nah, you know what? He's a really good player. He's young, he's talented, man, and he don't need a lot, right? Yeah. He don't need the best quarterback in the league to get busy. He don't need the best offense to get busy. He's that special. I think they locked up a player for the future, and he deserves that type of money. Great player. And the one last thing on this deal, I'm so happy because argue with your mama who's the best receiver in football. That don't matter to me. What matters is that he can jump over JJ and Jamar Chase and be the highest paid. Because the only position that does that is the quarterbacks. So I'm happy this happened for sure.
Thrill for JSN. I mean, he deserves it. He deserves it.
He's a bad man.
You help bring a team a Super Bowl. You go for 10 tugs. You go for 1,800 yards. You go first team All-Pro. You go OPOY. You deserve that. And also brilliant by the Seattle Seahawks. Pay the man and pay him early. You draft a player early because you want him to be good enough so that you have the luxury of paying him, Dallas Cowboys. You don't draft a player early, let him dominate, and then decide to trade him off to a team within the same conference. Smart by the Seattle Seahawks on JSN. Here's the other thing. Pay him before Puka gets paid. That's also why it's smart. They paid him instantly. JSN finished just his 3rd year. They could have BS'd around like the Niners did with Brandon Ayuk. You could have BS'd around, let him play out this upcoming season. But by then, Puka would have got paid, and I'm sure there's another receiver that slipped my mind who may have got paid. Maybe George Pickens dips and somebody goes and pays George Pickens $41, $42 million. Pay somebody early once you realize just how valuable they are to your franchise. And JSN is incredibly valuable to that franchise. He can play on the inside. He can play on the outside. He's not a headache. And lest we not forget, the Seahawks had DK Metcalf. And they were confident enough in JSN to move off of somebody as talented as DK Metcalf. You move off of DK Metcalf and JSN makes sure that y'all don't miss him too much. You realize how big a void that is to fill somebody like DK Metcalf? And JSN is like, hey, don't worry about it. I got it. I got y'all covered. So to me, like, I'm happy for him. And also, he is in that conversation for best wide receiver in the league, so he deserves that bread.
Shady said, argue with your mama. I'm about to argue with Acho. Where do you think JSN ranks in terms of the top wide receivers in the NFL? Do you think he is the top receiver and deserving of this number 1 spot?
Two different questions you asked me.
Okay.
Is he deserving of the number 1 payment spot? Yes. Is he the top wide receiver in the league? To me, no. But he's in the conversation.
Who's one of you?
Jamar Chase is one. Jamar Chase has been one of me for 3 years. Me and Shady worked together for 5 years now. I've been arguing Jamar Chase was one even back when Justin Jefferson had more yards. I don't think the most yards make you the best wide receiver. I don't think the most catches make you the best wide receiver. Let me see your skill set. Let me see what you do with your skill set. Let me see who you do it with. Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver in football to me. After Jamar Chase, then I go Justin Jefferson. After Justin Jefferson, now to me it's a Puka JSN conversation, and then A.J. Brown to me still rounds out number 5. So that's kind of my top 5. Jamar's number 1, Justin Jefferson number 2, Puka JSN, depending on what you need and what you need him to do, and then I still like A.J. Brown, followed closely by CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, for sure. I would go Jamar Chase number 1. But I do think if JJ had a quarterback, it'd be different. Like Joe Burrow is Joe Burrow. And then the Puka. That's
yeah.
I might go Puka 3rd though. Honestly,
that's fair.
Right?
That's fair.
JSN, he's up there. They're like a tie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's close.
Yeah, no. I think Jamar being number 1 is very fair. Having the season that he did last year, even with Joe Burrow missing as many games, he had, what was it, 23 catches or something like that? as soon as Joe Flacco came in there, he just makes so much impact on the field, and he's an incredible after the catch guy. I think JSN hasn't really had an opportunity to prove himself outside of this year to place himself firmly in that competition, right? Or that conversation. But that's a good point. Skill set wise, you can make the argument JSN might be the most complete. When I think about JSN, I think about the Ohio State days. And I know Shady says whatever about college, but they had a loaded room. They had Marvin Harrison Jr., they had Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, and JSN. They sat down Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave and JSN and asked them, like, oh, yeah, who do you guys think is the best out of y'all 3? Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave immediately point over and say, JSN's the most talented that we have here. That's crazy to get that type of props. And obviously their teammates are going to say, like, all sorts of stuff to hype up each other. But JSN, since I've seen him as a 16-year-old at Rockwall High School in Texas, has always been the most nuanced, technical, unbelievable wide receiver that I've ever seen. I think he's actually going to make his mark. Getting this deal is huge now. I think he's going to be in that conversation for the number 1 guy if he has another season similar next year.
He has to be.
He was their entire pass offense throughout the season.
This is his first year as the number 1, and Shady can attest to it. Shady had to take over for Brian Westbrook when Brian Westbrook leaves Philadelphia. Replacing somebody who has held a throne, that's not easy. It's a lot of expectations. There's a lot of DK.
A throne?
In Seattle was a wide receiver for 6 years.
I mean, he was starting there. I don't know if he's...
But he was remember, DK's still highest paid on that list.
Oh, nah.
I mean,
I don't care about no pay.
I'm saying DK was...
When I look at DK, I think DK is a freak athlete.
Yep.
I never looked at him as like he's a elite receiver. I've never thought that.
But he got paid as elite.
Everybody gets
elite
paid.
Numbers.
Everybody gets paid in this league. Everybody gets paid. You know how this works. There's a lot of guys it's not good to get paid. When I look at JSN, I'm like, oh, he looks elite.
Yeah.
His separation, after the catch, right? The quick twitchiness, like that stuff is elite.
Yeah.
Like you can't teach that. You know what I'm saying? And there's things you can teach a wide receiver. He has stuff that you can't teach. I look at DK. He has stuff that you can't teach by his size. But he drops the ball a lot, right?
Yeah.
I'm
saying this. JSN made the Seahawks look brilliant. Because remember, the Seahawks, they went with Cooper Kupp, who the Rams were like, hey, we're good on you after, and a 33 or 34-year-old Cooper Kupp, and a second year going on his 3rd year JSN. Seahawks could have looked dumb and Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
But
that's
what
the Seahawks big go. But they knew. But that's my point. It's like not only did they know 2-5 though, but you know what it is. You actually got to go out there and execute.
But his rookie year, he looked good.
Rookie year, he looked okay. Sophomore year, he looked great.
Okay.
Yeah, that second year,
but rookie year, they seen a little bit of something. Sophomore year was okay. Wow.
Sophomore year, he went crazy.
And I think they was like, you know what? There's not a big drop off from Metcalf to JSN.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
Yep.
And then they proved him right. Like I said, I think Metcalf is a good wide receiver. I never thought he was elite. I look at JSN. I watch him play. He looks elite.
Yeah,
he looks elite.
Yeah. I mean, let's finish up this conversation. I know we got some crazy stuff going on in the chats that we will get to, Kieran, give me your top 5.
In the league right now.
Yep.
I'm going Jamar 1. 2, even he had a horrible situation at quarterback this year. I'm still going Jay Jettas. He has the best first 6 seasons of any wide receiver ever. After that, Puka and JSN's a fun conversation. But I'm going JSN just because of the talent that I've seen. Puka does everything on the field. I'm doing Puka at 4. And at 5, I think you discredited CeeDee Lamb. I'm putting CeeDee Lamb at number 5. CeeDee Lamb has been unbelievable. Had a 1,700-yard season and 12 touchdowns. You putting CeeDee Lamb behind A.J. Brown? Crazy to me. I'm sorry. Crazy. CeeDee Lamb is unbelievable. He's definitely a top 5 wide receiver in the league.
I got CeeDee. Real quick.
Go ahead.
JSN is nice, though. He's crazy nice. I got to put Puka in front of him, though.
Okay.
It's consistency.
What Puka can do, he balls every single year. Mm-hmm. He catches the ball well, runs solid routes. After the catch is solid, strong, and he blocks.
Here's my problem.
He blocked like a tight end.
That's
hard for me because every top receiver don't block.
Yeah.
Like, I watched Sean McVay was talking about like players that he loves. He said why he loved Cooper Kupp.
Yep.
Right? Because he's up and down. His career's been up and down. He said because he do everything. When you watch Puka, he can do everything.
Yeah.
Don't you have to take me out? As 4-minute offense, we trying to run the ball out? Take him out. No, leave him in.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? There's nothing he can't do.
The only argument I would give you, and it's not a good one, but if I was a lawyer in court trying to make a case that it's JSN over Puka, I would say that all of Sean McVay's wide receivers eat. Because Cooper Kupp was a Triple Crown winner, Super Bowl MVP.
For a year.
Catches, yards, receptions.
For a year.
Because he was healthy. So the argument I would give you is that JSN is a significant beneficiary of his system. He's still great. Puka, excuse me. Puka's a significant beneficiary of his system. If I were trying to make the case for JSN.
I can't limit him to that, though.
I can't say this because like Puka gets busy every year. Cooper Kupp had one dominant year. That was it. Yep. Right? JSN, he's nice. So I can't take nothing from him. Of course. All I'm saying is that we can't play with the whole, because now you can start about coordinators and the offense. I don't want to do that.
That's true. Kieran, I know we have something crazy going on in these chats.
Something crazy did just happen in the chat. We had our second highest super chat ever. $300 super chat. I got my phone blown up. Everything's going crazy. Dominic Scott, 1962.
I think that's the highest.
Hold on.
Ain't that the highest?
I believe we got a.
Who?
Is it the highest?
I think that's the highest we've had.
There was one where I was here and you weren't here.
Oh.
I believe we got a $500 one.
super
Yeah,
chat.
we had a $500 one.
$500 super
We got a
chat.
$500 super chat one time. So
yeah.
second highest.
Second highest
Speakeasy
ever.
history. We got to pause the show.
Yeah.
Trey, you the guy for the super chats. I'll
Listen,
let you read
man.
this.
Everybody take a shot.
Yeah, we should. We should do that. Dominic Scott, 1962, said JSN just got paid and so did the super chats, baby.
Come on now.
Yeah, that boy like that. Acho, get Trey that damn desk and his chair.
Oh, wow. He demanding it.
Come on now. You said $300, you could do that.
Trey slid him some money.
He said you been holding out on our boys. Sending much love to y'all. Shady. May not always see eye to eye, but I love you and I love your game. Social trade, keep it real. Carebear, you keeping up with that weight loss.
Yeah.
Always,
love.
baby.
That's a hell of a super chat.
He said,
Hell of a super chat.
Damn, I thought we was.
Thought we was locked in.
Hey, $300.
$300.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we finna
That's
see
that-
how
yeah,
I
that's
think Trey
desk
needs to
and
lose.
chair money.
I like his desk though. Like he don't need
You
much.
keep saying that, Shady, but you don't sit here though. You don't sit at this
So
desk.
what the chair feel like?
The chair be tough on my lower back.
You been to prison?
No,
So
I've
you
been to
can't-
jail, but I ain't never been to prison.
Can't complain then.
I don't. That what? That's not.
How does that correlate?
Yeah, I'm not. That's. You got it,
That's
Shady.
funny,
Listen,
man. I don't know.
Dominic Scott, as you know, brother, you know very well. You
on now.
qualify.
You know the
to
vibes?
send in a video to video@emmanuelacho.com. 1 minute or less. Give us a take. Give us a shout out. Give us a hot take. Shout out your homeboys if you want to. Your
Whatever
family,
you want.
your
The
kids.
floor is yours.
1 minute to do what you want. We're going to feature it in the show. You get it in early enough, we'll have it tonight for you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Look,
That's all I got.
Moving forward, we got to talk about one of the greatest tight ends of all time. Travis Kelce signed his contract, officially locking him in for 2026. It's actually not a 1-year deal like expected. It was a 3-year deal worth $54.735 million. That can be worth up to $57 million with incentives and whatnot. 1 year is $12 million plus $3 million in incentives. For context and clarity, Kelce's contract with the Chiefs includes a trigger date next June that exists strictly for salary cap purposes. He does not actually have another 2 years in the deal and $40 million coming to him after this season. So, kind of confusing, but the question for you guys is, will Kelce's career have a storybook ending?
It's funny how they just dressed it up. So people don't
Break
like,
that
oh
down.
my God.
Break that down, 2-5.
I mean, because it's really a 1-year deal, but they dressed it up so it looks crazy. When I was $50-something million, he's not going to get that.
Yeah.
But that's cool, though. I like it.
Of course.
Yeah. Throw me another $100 million on there.
Man, shout out to Killer Trav. Like, he deserves
Trav.
this. He's the best tight end. Top 2 tight ends of the generation. Like, Trav and Rob Gronkowski. Y'all can debate it how you want to debate it. Will Kelce get the storybook ending? I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening because to me, the storybook ending is Ray Lewis's last year with the Baltimore Ravens, where you ride out, you win a Super Bowl, you ride off into the sunset. It's Peyton Manning's last year with the Denver Broncos, albeit Peyton Manning didn't have a great season, 9 touchdowns, 17 picks, but you win a Super Bowl, you ride off into the sunset. I do not see Killer Trav winning the Super Bowl and riding off into the sunset. If he was going to have that storybook ending, it would have been 2 years ago had they found a way to beat the Philadelphia Eagles. They didn't end up doing that. Then this past year, Mahomes gets hurt. Kelce has kind of statistically been on a decline, even though he can still ball. So I don't think he'll have the storybook ending, but I don't think he's playing for a storybook ending anymore. I think right now, Killer Trav, he just loves the game. And as crazy as it seems, some players just love the game so much they do not want to let it go. Even if on the outside in, I'm looking like, Trav, you're going to go make more money doing something else. You're just as talented, if not more talented, doing other things. Like you're excellent at everything, but Trav genuinely just loves the game. But 2-5, I don't see the storybook ending.
I do. I do.
Oh, wow.
I mean, what type of storybook we talking about? Because for him, I see him as ending this year. I'm not sure if they win a Super Bowl because, Pat is injured. We'll see how he comes back, but I think he'll have a decent year. Kelce will. They'll win some games. They'll get in the playoffs. They might not win it all, but it's better than last year. And another thing is, hey, man, he might go to do broadcasting, sign that deal. He might get married to you-know-who. That's a great ending story for me.
That is true.
Yeah. You lead a game as a super millionaire, and then you marry a billionaire, and then you on TV? What we talking about? So, yes. I don't know about y'all storybook, for my storybook, in the Hall of Fame career, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
The hard part for me, and this is as a player that was the backup, this was the player that didn't have the career that I dreamed and all the things of having, is there does come a time when I'm looking at the legends, and I want to see the legends end their career legendarily. Like, we talked about this. I remember being a young bull watching Emmitt Smith, born and raised in Dallas. The Cowboys were my team growing up. And watching Emmitt, I'm like, Emmitt, this is not how you're supposed to go out. Like, Emmitt, you're a shell of yourself. Like, dang, Emmitt, I remember, like, Russian leader Emmitt Smith, and now, like, Arizona Cardinal, 493 yards in a season, Emmitt Smith, like, this isn't it. I remember Troy Aikman towards the tail end of his career. I'm like, wait, this is Troy? I remember McNabb in Commanders jerseys. Wait, that's you, McNabb? Like, there's just certain dudes where I'm like, I don't want to see my greats. I don't want to see my goats become a shell of themselves. That's just obviously the fan in me speaking, not the pro athlete in me speaking. But like, I don't like. It's almost like when let me cook here. When your parents get older, and you remember your parents 40, maybe 50, whatever the case is. You was hooping with them, you was playing ball with them, you was doing X, Y, and Z with them. Then you watch them get older. It's like, dang, like you can't do what you used to do. You was my superhero, Dad. You was my superhero,
now you're
Mom.
washed.
Like you can't do what you used to do, and it's that sobering reality of like, dang, this is the real. Like, you just get older. I've gotten older. Everybody gets older. But I just want to remember you as that superhero, which he's no longer.
This ain't Disney and this ain't cartoons.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, but you got to start putting your shoes. If you was the superstar, if you was a Hall of Famer, you would look at things differently. Like, it's so many great players that ended up on teams that they should have been on, like Shaq. I mean, it was a time when Shaq was playing for anybody. But I don't remember him as that. I remember Shaq as Shaquille O'Neal holding it down for the Orlando Magic, and then in the Clippers, but the Lakers. You get what I'm saying? So I don't care what team Kelce plays on when he's done. We're always gonna remember Kelce from playing for the Chiefs. So I don't really care about that type of stuff. And it goes that line of work of loving his game. Like, he don't have no kids. There's nothing going on. He love football.
Yeah, I think from a football perspective, though, he can go out with a little bit of a storybook. If he plays 2 more seasons, he could realistically catch Tony Gonzalez for the all-time leading receiver. He's going to catch Jason Witten this next season. He just needs like 40 yards or something like that. No, he needs like 40 yards. It's not going to be hard for him. But I think that might be something that Travis tries to catch at the tail end of his career. I do want to see it in a Chiefs uniform, though. I think that's the big thing for me. If this is just a 1-year thing, I think it's 1 year. You go out there, you give it your best, and then you leave. Whether you have a 1,300-yard season or whether you have a 500-yard season, I think it's something that I want to see.
You want to see I don't want to see Travis Kelce having a 500-yard season. I do not want to see it. Trav was so good, and I'll say is so good. I don't want to see Trav getting locked up by like a linebacker like me.
We act like he's that washed though. Like
Trav, when I saw number 23 for the Texans from 2 years ago, not last year's Texans team, 2 years ago, he now plays for the Jags. Eric Murray. When I saw Eric Murray playing man on Travis Kelce with no help and winning, that's when I was like, uh-oh. Because I was like, Travis Kelce in his prime, and respect Eric Murray's game, he's not getting locked up one-on-one. He's mixing up anybody. When I saw D'Amico was like, hey, Eric Murray, you got him, no help. And it worked. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like seeing Travis Kelce getting locked up. That don't even make sense.
Do you like this? Do you like Travis adding on to his legacy? Do you like that at all? Because at the end of the day, we're not going to remember number 23 that guarded Travis Kelce, shut him down. But what we will remember is Kelce, if he adds 500 or 400, wherever yards he adds, we'll know his final number when he's done.
Yeah, exactly.
That's part of being a great player. Eventually, everybody has this issue where you get older in every sport. So my thing is, let's celebrate him for what he's done and what he's accomplished at the end of his career.
Yeah. The legacy's already built, Acho. Yeah. And whatever he does at the end is just adding to it. It's already built. He's already a top 3 tight end. You can argue however you want. I think he's top 2, if not number 1. Of all time, and that's not disputable. He has the championships to prove it. He has the seasons to prove it. He has the accolades in every which way, and also the memories. He has huge plays in big games over and over and over again.
I wish I
him
did
going
that,
out there and having a 600-yard season at the last year. Okay, cool. He was older then. Like that. That's all we're gonna say. Randy Moss. I'm not Randy Moss. Sorry, Jerry Rice going and playing for the Raiders or whatever, the Seahawks, whoever it was. Yeah. This is not diminishing his legacy. You still remember the Super Bowls that he was winning out there.
But here's the other thing.
My last 2 years, that's crazy. I could have played 2 more years, and I was like, you know what? I ain't doing that. I started thinking how you thinking, but then today, I said, dog, I could have been on the team, meeting more people, more relationships. You know what I'm saying? And I could have added a little 300 right here, a little 400 right there. That adds up. But every dollar adds up, dog.
Nah, that's $700 more. Whatever the guy Hall of Fame
legacy. A little. Well, I'm getting that now, actually, TV. But if I could have got a little million something. You know what I'm saying? A little side, a little $1,500,000, a little $1,800,000, little $2 million.
I'm thinking about this though, 25, right? And obviously, it's personal for you. But I'm thinking about a dude like take Jason Peters. When Jason Peters, towards the end of his career, is on practice squad for the Dallas Cowboys, I'm like, Jason Peters was the best left tackle prior to Trent Williams, of the generation. Shout out to Joe Thomas.
That's not going to be remembered, though. He's going to be remembered for being the all-pro left tackle.
When you just said that, I don't even remember.
I don't even remember. That's my team.
I remember him as being one of the best tackles of all time. He's looked at like that. The same way why he goes to the Hall of Fame for that. So even you thinking like that, that's cool. But everybody else in the world is not even thinking about no practice squad.
What about when you think about, obviously Shaq is Shaq with the Lakers. But I don't like that I can picture Shaq in a Suns jersey or a Celtics jersey.
You gotta get out of that. You gotta get out of that phase, man. I don't know what it is, but dude, that's Joe Montana. Joe Montana is every picture I see him on highlights is with the Niners.
Yeah.
But there was some bad teams he played with the Chiefs for a little bit.
But he had a good season there.
Yeah, but then at the end though, so all I'm saying is none of that matters though.
I feel you.
Come on, you a Hall of Famer, you a great. Take that.
It is what it is. What it today is. Where we at, Trey? Before we get to the Stephen A. conversation.
Listen, we do have a few super chats.
Wait, can I ask one more question real quick before he starts?
2.
If LeBron James plays, so he's 48 years old, and he plays for the Sacramento Kings, and he's averaging 5 points a game, would you care?
Yeah, don't do that.
But we not going to be thinking about that. We're going to think about
It depends on how long you do it.
You know what I'm saying?
If you play for an elongated period of time washed, then the whole new generation thinks of you as just this like washed player. Like that happens with fighters sometimes, right? So like for instance, I mean,
Anderson
honestly,
Silva? Who?
For my younger generation, we didn't get to see prime Roy Jones Jr., right?
Woo!
We didn't get to. And like the thing is, when you go back and watch it,
give me another example because
okay, no, but I'm saying bro, he's one of the greatest talents ever when you go back and watch it.
Here. Roy is different.
Roy is different. I think Roy.
Give me Hopkins. Say Bernard Hopkins.
Okay, Bernard Hopkins.
Right,
when I'm watching Bernard Hopkins against Joe Smith Jr. get knocked out of the ring,
That's better.
it's like.
Thank you.
This dude was like special. He was a unified potential undisputed world
But you
champion.
gotta do homework though.
But that's what I'm saying. You got to do your homework.
But Roy.
What to Acho's
Don't
kind
do it,
of
bro.
point?
Just
God,
don't
I
do
hate
it.
that I'm defending Acho on this one.
Trey, don't do it.
I know, but you know, we saw that. I remember
Watching Roy is tough, bro.
Pay-per-view Roy, like it was somebody's getting on the grill.
Yeah.
We going at me and my dad getting in the
Yes.
car. We going to the
But look,
homies.
hold up.
Roy was.
Let me explain. To
But when
Acho's
he-
point. To Acho's
when he
point.
took that
Me
point-
growing up, right? Me growing up.
Uh-huh.
Roy Jones Jr. is talked about like crazy, and then when I watched Roy Jones Jr., I was like.
What Roy you
Yuck.
watched? You saw Tarver?
You gotta do more homework,
You
though.
saw the Tarver?
I did do the homework.
do more homework,
Look,
bro.
what I'm
do
saying
more
is,
homework.
What Roy did you see, though?
Hold on. Listen, Roy fighting well past his prime is like, for years. Like he was past his prime whenever he had that loss to you got any excuses now, Roy Antonio Tarver. Trust,
yeah.
I'm a boxing historian. I went back and watched all that. I think Roy Jones Jr. is the most talented person to probably ever step foot in a boxing ring. Unbelievably talented. The Roy that I saw though as a kid, my dad. Roy Jones play. I mean, he's Caribbean. Roy Jones, he fight tonight, man. You don't understand. He used to pop the job in your face. You not see it. All that stuff, right? The Roy Jones I watched, I was like, hey, Dad,
This
you
your
need to get
king?
your eyes checked. Is
gotta do more
this your
homework,
king?
though.
Is this your
And
king?
I
Do more
did
homework,
afterwards,
though.
but I'm
You
saying,
gotta do more homework, man.
fighting for 10 years out of your prime, that kind of if I watch Travis
you
Kelce
said
play
the
for
same
another
thing with
5
Ali
years,
then. You said the
it'd
same
be
thing
like,
with
dang,
Ali.
he used to be great.
But I'm saying
But-
that's every conversation. That's what I'm saying. Like
It's a tough watch though.
It's not. We gotta have a real sports conversation. If you're not a sports person, I can't talk to you about it.
Yeah.
You'll be at the same shit you just said. You'll be saying the same thing about Muhammad Ali. So I can't. You know what I mean? You gotta do your homework.
But no, I think Shady, you mentioned
I don't
the point.
remember the Muhammad
I
Ali.
heard
I didn't
point.
watch
It was a
Muhammad Ali
point.
fight. Watch.
Time out. There's a Muhammad Ali era where he was the GOAT. He was everything.
Yeah.
And there was a time where it was sad to watch him fight. He fought the dude from Eastern Pennsylvania. He had a great jab. What's his name? Larry Holmes.
Larry Holmes. And
And
Larry
it
Holmes
was-
beat the
it was
snot out
sad.
of him. Yeah.
It was terrible.
It was tough. Yeah.
You don't remember Muhammad Ali as that?
Yeah.
Roy Jones the same way. We can't talk and have a real conversation about sports if we're gonna disrespect these greats because they're end of their career.
I'm not disrespecting
But
them.
the thing is,
Not
but the thing
disrespecting
is,
them.
for that
I
kid,
agree,
for
you
that
shouldn't
kid
disrespect
that's our age, that our kids' age, Shady, 12, 13 years old, never seen any part of
Anything
Ali.
like that. I wasn't
Never been
there to
in
experience
it.
barely was alive in their lifetime. So
okay.
they go back and they look up. They do their
That's
homework
right.
as you suggest.
Right.
Exactly.
They see all this great Muhammad
There you
Ali
go.
knocking everybody out, rumble in the jungle. You know what I mean? All
Right.
the all the classics.
Uh-huh.
And then they get to Larry Holmes. And then they get to Roy Jones, Antonio
Or
Tarver.
they're watching it live.
Then they get to
That's what
and
happened
it's
to
like,
me.
and it's like, damn, well, why he do this?
That's what happened to me with
They need better OGs and better parents.
Why did he
Look,
do this?
this
But
is what happened to me.
there's no way you're gonna tell me I'm done talking about it because it sounds crazy, bruh. Every great player that's still fighting or still playing is gonna go through that era.
But
Shady,
you just
of
told Kerry
course.
do his homework, right?
Do your homework.
So if
I
I
did
do
see
my
Roy
homework
fight,
on
though.
Ali, I'm going to see nasty blemishes on his record.
But you're gonna see all this too though. All the heavyweight titles he's got.
Yep.
Being the fighter of the year.
Yep.
All this crazy stuff he's
And
done.
when I get to the end,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, why did he fight this fight? Past his
That's
prime.
my
Why
point.
did he do that?
That's my point.
Why would he do that to his
That's how I
legacy?
felt with Roy. That's how I felt with Roy.
You
Watching Roy, my dad showing me VHS tapes. I'm like, this dude's the greatest thing
So-
I've ever seen.
Yep.
And I do respect that he
Are
did
we-
that. But when I'm young and I'm
What?
experiencing it for the first time and I'm watching it, it's the same way as people telling me that.
Are we athletes? Are we real athletes? Because we're real athletes. We see on every sports they do this in basketball and football. And baseball, and boxing.
Yeah, they do.
It's all sports that do this.
Yes. Of course.
Great players, when they get older, they keep fighting, they keep playing, they're not the same.
Of course.
So why are we acting like it's not? It doesn't happen all the time.
because
They
the
have an
longer-
opportunity to
to
not
get out.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So,
longer
for
they
example,
do it, the more
Well, think about-
it's a stain on like
Think
their,
about
not a stain on the
Barry
legacy, but-
Sanders, Calvin Johnson. You can never picture them sorry.
Never. I've never seen Barry Sanders or
no matter how much homework you do.
Aaron Donald, I've never seen him be sorry in my life.
Write a PhD.
In my life, I've never seen him have a dissertation. Charlie Wilson has never played whenever they're out there playing football.
So there's more of great players getting older and not being as good than dudes. Everybody y'all talking about they left early.
Yeah.
Left early.
Or on time.
No, left early. So everybody talking about like Barry Sanders, my favorite player of all time.
Yep.
The first question you ask him is why you leave early. So he could have been even greater, but we didn't see it because he left early. Aaron Donald, y'all don't know him like that, but I do. When you talk to him, he talks about why he left early because family and health and all that type of stuff. But they chose to leave early. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you didn't really fully get your whole potential out. Yeah, you was great, but shit, Aaron could have had another 13 more All Pros. You get what I'm saying?
But who? Okay, so let me ask you this real quick, Shady. So who was better in their respective weight class, Ali or Floyd?
Ali.
Okay, so now a kid that has no basis of anything boxing, I look up Ali and I do all my homework on Ali and I do all my homework on Mayweather. Mayweather don't have no blemishes on his record, so he was the better fighter, right? That's what I'm saying, but now you have to have the conversation with that kid and and now you got to explain and circle around.
Why did you take losses whenever the other dude didn't lose?
But he lost and he didn't, so how is he?
The first thing I said to you was the dude either has a true good OG or a good parent. Because if he don't, he might be asked the question you're asking.
Shady, I'm not saying it this way.
He just retires when it's time to retire.
Yeah, Shady, I'll put it this way.
Time to retire?
Hold
up. Who are y'all to say when a dude should retire or not, though? What?
I'm not here to say when someone should.
But then these are the consequences that come with it.
Well, the thing is, you're viewing it from a player's perspective. From a fan perspective, and I'll give you credit. When I think of your career, I don't think of I don't think of Kansas City or Tampa Bay. I think of when you were the Eagles running back, shaking everybody out their boots, going off for 200 yards.
Every player we talk about,
and that's the same thing. But my thing is though, look, there's a kid out there that heard great things about Shady McCoy, and then he probably watched you on the Kansas City Chiefs, and he was just like, oh. Well, he's not starting for that team. That doesn't make you any less special, but that's that kid's experience with what they saw from you in that team.
What's the kid need?
No, the kid needs to go back and look at.
Not even that. But what else does he need? He needs either OG or a good dad. Y'all not listening to what I'm telling y'all though, because the kids sound silly. Kevin Garnett wasn't even that good. I watched him play with the Nets.
I just don't want to see my player.
I'm like, who's his dad?
Look, can we show this?
Who's his uncle? I want to see who's his OG because this needs a spanking for saying something like that.
Can we show this real quick? I don't want to see my favorite player on this compilation right here. That's my thing. I don't want to see.
I don't laugh about disrespecting great players.
This is like Celtics, Shaq, all of these older dudes, Chris Middleton on the Tony Parker on the Hornets. Oh man,
Melo on the Lakers wasn't that bad.
Blake Griffin on the Celtics. It's a tough.
Oh, Hakeem.
Let me ask you this question though.
Do
you think you view and talk like that because you're not basically like a pro player?
You said what?
Yeah, it's all we can speak from is the fan perspective.
I'm asking because like I do like Vince Carter. He's been around the block. Mm-hmm. So if you're a young boy, if you're a fan, you're like, oh, he's whatever he is.
I got to witness a prime Vince Carter.
No, but I'm not. It's not more to you. I'm just saying, like, I guess I'm looking at it as an athlete's eyes compared to not an athlete. My question to you is, do you look at it like that because you like a fan of the game? Because my thing is like, I think it's crazy disrespectful to like play on them dudes like that. Because like Vince Carter, he is what he is. He was a great player at one point, but then he started going to all the different teams, and like you can laugh at it because you know what I'm saying. I just feel like the craft of these dudes is big, and we shouldn't play with it like that because like he might go home at night and think about like that type of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Think about that though. Like, you put your heart and effort in this sport since you've been a kid.
Yeah.
Before North Carolina, right? Before we seen you doing all these crazy dunks with the
arm in the rim.
And then you get to the point in your career when you're like, I've done it all. Take the cleats off, take the sneakers off, I throw them on and now he might see a clip of y'all playing like that on his name. Like, how you think he might feel? That's what I'm saying. Like, I get it because I joke a lot too, but sometimes we got to really look at the player because
I don't think they were diminishing him. The reason why you have this context is because they were as great as they were. So I think it just depends on how the individual looks at it, though. There wouldn't be a watch compilation about Roddy Boubois because he was asked his whole career.
I know, but I'm saying,
but like you know what I mean? Like it's like
the person that made that clip, I don't know who he is. I know he's not an athlete.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Sure, we play with that. That drives me nuts though, because like you people and fans don't know how hard it is to be a professional athlete for real and care about your craft. You know what I'm saying? So then when Clay sees that, like he had an interview that was clowning him, he was like, dog, obviously like the same. You know what I've been through with injuries and all that? Like,
Yeah.
So all that, like, because you're big on the mental health, that shit starts it.
No, that's real.
You know what I mean? So I hate we play with real athletes.
But I think sometimes it's the time to hang it up. Like and that goes for any job.
That
goes for any job. If you work in a
job.
Shady, if OG work in a factory, right? He working in the Ford Automotive factory, lifting engines, putting engines in cars. He's 65. It's time to hang it up, huh?
Yeah.
You can't hardly lift that. You gonna strain your back. You doing this. You doing that.
Talking about 30-year-old players.
Yeah, but
they passion.
But
it's
athletes,
not the same as like
it is. Athletes have a shelf life just like everybody else does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a prime and there's a past prime and there's a before prime, and I think that's part of it.
I don't know. It is what it is. It's an interesting topic.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious though because I love
but
Charlie
I
Wilson.
also think this to me is the perk of like Shady's coming from an elite athlete perspective.
Yeah.
Y'all speaking from a fan perspective.
Yeah.
I don't think that
And
takes
I'm
away
speaking
from their
the
legacy
truth.
at all, though. Even that compilation, it's more just like it's hard to, especially whenever you grow up watching someone that's like one of your favorite players. It's hard to watch them
That's
watch.
the thing,
It's the
yeah.
reason why you said ugh whenever you were talking about Travis Kelce having a
Personally,
400,
it is
500
for
yard
me.
season. It's tough to watch because we know what you were once capable of, and we remember that player. We idolize that player.
I remember Dirk.
Dirk was a
The
prime
last
example.
like 3 years of his career.
Bro,
And, like,
limping down the field.
It hurt me watching Dirk. But I remember I was a fan. I went to the finals.
Yeah.
When we first won. I was at the finals, bro. And Dirk against the Heatles. The Heatles.
Yeah.
And then I was watching Dirk in like 2017 and I was like, no, this can't be Dirk.
This ain't the same dude that took out Kobe,
'Cause he
KD,
looked the
Russ,
same.
Harden,
He looked the
LeBron,
same.
Wayne, all in the same
He
playoff
was the
run.
same.
back in the
Yeah.
day, do y'all know how big Bobby Brown was?
Yeah.
For the black culture, Bobby Brown was like almost like the hood Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
People loved him.
Yeah.
Jay-Z has this verse. He said, for the true love, if you love Bobby Brown then, you gotta love Bobby Brown now. And what he's saying is basically like, yo, do you really love me? Are y'all really true fans? Like I say, LR? Because to love Allen Iverson with the Sixers, the
Go ahead.
answer,
Go ahead, 2-5.
2001
Cut
MVP.
2-5.
You
Cut
gotta
2-5.
love Allen Iverson
Cut 2-5.
when he played for the Pistons and the Grizzlies.
For the big
hold
three.
on, but hold on.
That's why
I love
it's
Allen
like,
Iverson when he played for the big
that's
three.
why it's like you hurt me inside for it. I'm
not trying to-
I'm
We
not
still
feeling y'all
respect
right
you as a
now.
great
No, we
player.
not.
But
Y'all
we're
laughing
not-
about these greats.
But
That's crazy
But
to
don't
me.
you have to love? You know the saying, like I love you so much, I let you go. To me, there's a part of it 2-5 where it's like, shit, that's like the biggest thing.
That's
about love.
if you love him, let him go.
Let him go. Like to me, and we do the same thing.
Jay-Z actually said
Hold
that
on,
too.
Trey, you could Trey when you said like all these singers right now and these dancers, whether it's Janet Jackson, shout out if you want to talk about the culture.
Yeah.
You want to remove the culture, Justin Timberlake, and you see, even they've been on my dude Lil Wayne. You see these cats going on tour, and you see Justin Timberlake try to dance. I'm bringing sexy back.
Yeah.
And you see him try to dance now and be like, whoa, uncle. Sit down somewhere.
When
Janet
Genuine was
Jackson.
doing the dancing.
You
Yeah.
see Janet on tour right now at Essence Fest, and it's like, whoa, Janet, it's not the same. It's
not
like,
the same.
it's not the same.
Mariah Carey
It's-
doing a Christmas song.
It's
not,
just
it
the
doesn't sound
same premise of just like, some people just don't want to see their legends become mortal.
Shells of themselves.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like it's human though.
It's
Where
human.
It's
It's
human.
human.
Sorry,
It's human.
like there's gonna be people that get praised for their acting roles right now, and in 20 years they're not gonna be able to find a spot in a movie.
Bro, even
like-
when I look at Will Smith,
Yeah.
I'm like, I remember Bad Boys Will Smith.
Yeah.
I remember Men in Black Will Smith. You remember that scene, Men in Black Will Smith, where he running with the white tank and an NYPD chain with a gun in his hand, and I think it's the orange body.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, that's what. And then you look at Will Smith now, and you like, dang,
He an
like,
action star.
like, dang, like, you not,
Oh, lot
like,
dog. Y'all dudes.
I don't know.
I cannot relate to nothing. What do you mean by Will Smith?
Like,
Bro.
I live the same way.
If you watch Will Smith running in a tank top right now on the
Shady
beach
is different,
sprinting,
Shady.
you be like,
So hold up. So Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, that's a great example.
That's a great
That's
example.
a great example.
No, it's not.
That's a great example.
example.
Have you seen the last Bad Boys? It's a
Yeah, I
phenomenal
live on the
example.
same way. Yo.
Martin looked swelled up.
Yo.
And that's okay.
This some hate.
You know what?
Yeah,
We're
that's
having,
okay,
I
bro.
think we're having
I'm
two different
done.
conversations.
Yeah, we are. I don't get
Because
it.
the Martin example is the best one.
How?
Like,
Martin still to me is still the same
bro,
dude.
Will was on tour saying like having to help Martin finish sentences. You don't remember that?
Man, I don't.
For Bad Boys 4.
I don't know. Yeah, I heard about all that.
But
I'm
my
saying
thing
this.
is,
Everybody, did you watch the movie?
Of course,
Did you watch the
twice.
movie?
I did.
Did you watch the
It's
movie?
yeah.
I did too. Everybody's
Yeah.
still watching it. So what we
Yeah.
talking
Movie.
about? Martin's still that guy. What we talking about?
Yeah.
What we talking about? Will still that dude.
Can I jump in?
Denzel's old. We still watching Denzel. We
course.
still.
Yeah,
Can-
but
can
that
I
last
jump
but
in?
that last
If
joint
I got
Denzel
a
did.
choice to watch Denzel, I got a choice to watch Will Smith, or I got a choice to watch Michael B. Jordan. I'm watching them dudes before him.
Can I jump
So
in?
what are we talking about?
Can I jump in though?
What we talking about?
You speaking of love that Jay-Z was talking about, bro, y'all gotta realize the love for celebrity, the love for athlete, the love for all of that, it's fickle. Everyone was just praising Luka for the last 9 games, and then you have a tweet about how 11 for 29 is awful.
Horrid.
It's bro, like the love that you get from fans is very conditional. It's fandom because you do what you do. They don't know you as a person. They don't know who you are.
they don't care.
They don't care. Yeah. They love people, and like I'm gonna love my mom the same way that I did whenever I was a kid, as when she's older, because I genuinely do love that woman. Your
favorite athlete is different, yeah.
I don't really know them. I love the way they made me feel.
Yeah.
I don't actually love the person. I don't know them.
Yeah.
So that's what fandom is at the end of the day.
it ain't
And it
personal.
sucks
It
and
ain't
it does
personal,
hurt.
Shady.
And I understand
It
that.
ain't personal.
Shady, I'll let you know
It
this
ain't
right now
personal.
though. Shady, I love you, dog. As right now, as much as you did back in the day.
No.
I can't say that.
Say it back.
I can't say that.
Say it back.
Love don't need
I can't
pause.
say that.
Say it back.
I can't say that.
pause.
I love you as a player. I love you now as a coach.
That's cool. But
As a host.
Shady, just say
You know
it
what,
back.
man? Never mind. I'll take it back. I'll take it back.
This say I rock with you back.
I rock with you, Shady. There we go.
That's normal talk. But hold up.
Normal talk.
Last thing I'm doing,
What's
right?
happening, bro?
Last one, and then we moving. We
Bro,
moving after
goodness
this.
gracious.
Like, so I get it though. I gotta start understanding because it take a lot. Like, if you ask Will how his career went, it took a lot to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe I'll look at that. The journey. The journey is, I feel like fans only see success, but they don't know the real journey of like the failures and before anybody knew you.
Yeah.
I go back to that. So that's why I kind of hit
Yeah.
me differently because, you know, like them dudes, man, that shit ain't
But
easy.
you study psych, Shady. So you gotta
we
be able to
moving,
put
we
yourself
moving,
in
we
these
moving,
shoes.
we
That's
moving.
it.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Look, enough about the love.
Let's get
to the hate.
Let's
get to the hate. Let's get to the hate.
Hate is where it's at.
The big news of the
The
day.
hate is where it's at.
Stephen A. Smith finally responded to Jason Witlock. He has a new name for him. I'll let you guys listen.
Hold on.
whoa.
Rome, pause. Y'all put your seatbelts on.
Oh, wow.
If you watching this, buckle up. Viewer discretion is advised. In the chat, I know y'all finna go crazy. And while you here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell button, hit all the buttons. And we're giving away $1,000 at 10 p.m. Pacific time. Karen, re-tee it up so it's easy on
All
you.
right, so look. Enough about the love here.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the hate.
Let's talk about it.
After Jason Witlock went at Stephen A. Smith last week, talking about his high school basketball career, his ball knowledge, all of these other things, them being the same age, starting at the same time and whatnot. Stephen A. Smith took it upon himself today to not go just on one platform, but multiple platforms, and let everyone know he was taking shots. He released a 34-minute video, and we have some clips from that video.
Woo.
He also gave Jason Witlock a new name. I'll let you guys take a listen at what he had to say.
Somewhere along the way, you know what I'm contemplating doing, Jason? I haven't made a decision yet. But I'm thinking about starting a GoFundMe account for you. Because clearly you're that desperate. That's why you talk about me so much. Look at your numbers when you're talking about me and look at your numbers when you don't.
Tell him, Stephen A.
I keep you relevant.
Uh-oh.
That's perhaps the worst insult of it all. Fat Bastard Lock. That's the title of the GoFundMe account. Fat Bastard Lock.
Yeah, Stephen A.
He went on, threw the money at him. He also gave our boy Emmanuel Acho a shout out. Let you guys listen to what he had to say here about Acho.
Jason Witlock, Emmanuel Acho, Marcellus Wiley. I have my disagreements with y'all from time to time, but I appreciate y'all comments about me. Play it, please. Both of them, back to back, so people can know how supportive they were of me.
It sounds like a hater. Because, again, say what you will about Stephen A., and I've said a lot. Stephen A. is the best in the business. And it is not particularly close. So, Jason Witlock, to me, he might be right about Stephen A.'s basketball career. Who cares? Stephen A.'s not a pro basketball player. But he's dead wrong about Stephen A. on TV.
I think this was a low ball move. For sure from Witlock, but it's on brand for him. And unfortunately, sometimes people just have a brand.
What's crazy is, like, he's such a good villain.
No, he's a great
He
villain.
is.
Like I said, I give him credit for that. Like he gets
a good villain. He goes with like women and children.
Yeah.
Like he does like the criminal thing you're not supposed to do. Any marginalized community.
Look, man, look. He also would then go on to talk about a curly-headed light skin. Me and Trey are kind of trying to decipher right now who it was that he was talking about here at the end of the. I'll let you guys take a listen as well.
Not just to Emmanuel Acho, but even to the curly haired light skinned cat. Don't know his name right now. They tried to call me out over the Zion Williamson thing. All I would ask in the future, fellas, is that when y'all talking about me, particularly with the Zion situation, would you do your homework?
Yo.
Because it's one thing to watch the league, it's another thing to cover it.
Go ahead, Stephen.
Okay, so look,
fellas. Go ahead, Stephen.
He was talking his talk.
Nah, he was talking his talk. How do we feel about these comments at Fat Bastard Lock?
You walrus?
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was 34
But
minutes.
I
Just-
know, like, Witlock does a lot of that though. I feel like
Yeah.
he's always trying to like get clout off somebody else. I'm from the league. We don't really do that. We actually do our own work, get our own credit and our own love, and then we get our shine. He got a different way of operating. But let's just get this straight with Stephen A. Smith.
Go ahead.
Okay.
People love to hate on Stephen A. Smith. I don't know why. He keep it real, and you might not like his style. That's okay. He's the best in sports. He's the best in sports. Anybody that's on TV doing it, he's doing it better than you times 10.
Talk about it.
So when they hate on him, I don't understand it though. I rock with him. I like what he stand for. Everybody not gonna like you. I learned that everybody's not gonna like your style. He has his own style. But he's fair though. He come at men, women, kids. He come at everybody the same way, right? And if you play well, he don't really say anything about you. So I like Stephen A. I just think he's the best on TV. So there's not much you really can say about him.
Talk about it, Shady McCoy. I agree with Stephen A. wholeheartedly on this one. Jason Witlock, he has to shoot up because he's down. And that's just what it comes down to. And Stephen A., when you at the top, you ain't really got to waste your time shooting at everybody beneath you. It's kind of like Coca-Cola. They made a note. They said they will never respond to Pepsi. Why would they never respond to Pepsi? Because they Coke. Because they at the king of the hill. Because they the king of the mountain. They had no reason to try to shoot down. I'm on Stephen A.'s side in regards to this. Stephen A. never instigates. He only responds. Now, Stephen A. is right in that when Jason Witlock mentions Stephen A., the views go up. When Jason Witlock mentions Stephen A., clicks go up. But at the end of the day, this is just a sign of jealousy to me. This is a sign of envy to me because Stephen A., he has everything that Jason Witlock probably desires. He has a number one show. He has his own show. He's still on network. Then he left network. He also is on streaming. He has his own Sirius XM show. He has his own YouTube show. Everything Jason Witlock has done, Stephen A. has done better. Like that old MJ commercial, anything you can do better, anything you can do, I can do better, I can do anything better than you. And so everything Witlock has tried to do, Stephen A. has done better. Now, Witlock is actually, and historically, he's really good at what he does. It's just what he does is troll. Like, that's just what he does.
I can't take him
Since
serious.
he started,
It's like, I don't know if he like black people or he don't. He confuses me all the time. He says stuff, it is, says that. I be confused. But the Stephen A. thing, what I don't agree with Stephen A. is
What's that?
he sometimes he looks for attention he don't have to. Like, he'll address everybody. I'm thinking, like, for what? Like, I won't even address Jason Witlock. Why would you address him for? I never met him, so I don't have no issue with him. I don't really know him. But somebody like that, look like that, I'm not even arguing with you for real. Like, what does Stephen A. get out of addressing Jason Witlock? Where do you find Jason Witlock at? Where's he on?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Stephen A. is so big, and I think he has to get used to being like the big dog. Because sometimes I be feeling like he don't know he's the big dog. Because there's some things like, why would I give like the Jason Witlock? You just said all his clicks get bigger when he mentions your name. So when you respond, it's even bigger.
I think right now Stephen A. realizes, like, look, in this media game, if you finna shoot at me that much and tell me that I'm a liar and my career's a fraud and that I've lied about my basketball career, I've lied about my book, I've lied about who I know and who I don't know, eventually I'm going to have to course correct you. I think that's what he's getting on because...
But for what though? Who is Jason Witlock?
Yeah.
I'm being serious here though. I don't know the brother like that. I know he used to be popping back in the day. Why would Stephen A. Smith address certain people? It don't make sense.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, is he? Because he won't do it on the real show. He'll do it on like his podcast.
Correct.
But my thing is, I just don't even believe in giving anybody the light. It's like if I'm playing a game and the third string dude is talking trash to me.
Yeah.
You think I'm about to sit here and we got to talk?
Yeah.
We not even about to talk. So I'm thinking like, what would make Stephen A. address him?
I think because this is they used to work together. That's what's crazy.
I'm going to say it again. What does it do for Stephen A. Smith to address Jason Witlock?
Well, he answered it in the beginning of the video. He goes on for like 34 minutes in a YouTube video of just like dogging this grown ass man. And in the beginning, he prefaces the video by saying something to the effect of like, I've only ever responded to Jason Whitlock
Once.
Yeah,
He's
once
only responded
before.
once.
He said, and I've said before that I'm not going to talk about him. I'm done doing it. He said, but there comes a point where you send enough shots, I have to respond. So he feels like he pressed his hand. He pushed the issue, and so Stephen A is like, okay, you want this issue?
You seen Jason Whitlock?
You want this issue?
Have you seen Jason
I'm gonna
Whitlock?
give you this issue.
Have you seen him though?
I've seen him. He just came at Carebear, Acho, and me with his sleeveless hoodie on.
Oh, he came at y'all?
Yeah.
So, real quick though, true story. When I first got to the NFL, right? This reporter was like, "Oh, I don't know, Shady McCoy, he's good enough for the NFL. He's too little. He's replacing Westbrook." And I was hot. I was like, "Man, wait till I see this dude. I'm gonna check him." I get to the locker room with the media, and I see this dude with 4 stomachs, big glass. I'm thinking like, you don't know nothing. How can I argue with you? You don't know nothing feel like to be a running back.
Yeah.
So I said the same. When I look at Jason Whitlock, why am I checking you about? You know what I'm saying? Look at him. That don't even make sense.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
What do you say about us?
I mean, I'll pull it up. The tweet says,
man.
"Men who know the least are being paid to speak the most. It's gay," is what he said.
Come on, man.
Take a listen to what
Where
he
the
has to say.
people that know the least
Check him
Look at
out.
the church
say
lady
the
arms.
most.
Jason Whitlock has made a career being a troll.
I watched 3 men, Acho and the 2 other gentlemen. Have a lot
They never
to
know our
say.
names, man.
Never met them. Don't know them. They had the most to say. TJ Hushmanzada chimed in and was like, "Hey guys, I hear what you're saying, but the Jason Whitlock that I know and knew, he wasn't like that."
I've never had a problem with Whitlock. The way that people have had problems with Jason, I never saw that Jason.
The people that know nothing about me had the most to say. And they said that my criticism of Stephen A. Smith was because of jealousy. I'm not jealous of Stephen A. Smith.
You sound like a jealous ex.
I don't like what Stephen A. Smith represents. He knows the least about sports and is being paid to say the most about sports.
Hold on. This is my thing with this clip, right? Because I saw the clip. It was hilarious. She was like, "It's men sitting there gossiping about another man. It's gay." What are you still talking about a dude that has told you he don't rock with you years later, still talking about it on another podcast with other men? It's hypocritical. You literally just did the same exact thing. You started the conversation about Stephen A. If anyone's a dick rider here, it's you. You can't get off of Stephen A.'s dick.
Damn.
You can't get enough of Stephen A.'s dick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm tired of that. And I'm so happy Stephen A. wanted him. Whenever I wanted Stephen A., what did I say to preface that conversation? There's nobody in the business that does it better, and he's the man that inspired me to get into it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I still got to give him his credit. I ain't never looked up to Jason Whitlock. Much credit to him. He's accomplished great things. But also, you kind of left every single place that you've been at with people saying that you were a dickhead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That's your reputation. Yeah. Your reputation is that. So if it looks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it's probably a mutt duck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this one just happens to be obese.
I don't know. That's crazy, bro. And honestly, just to go at us and say that, wild.
And, but here's the other thing. The only thing I'm gonna end it here is like, why does Whitlock take like the most politicized, vulgar things and then attach it to a statement? Men who know least about and men who know the least are being paid to speak the most. It's gay.
It's gay was so unnecessary.
It's gay was hilarious.
So unnecessary. Like just so unnecessary.
But then he encapsulates everyone. He gets the gossip queens. He gets the LGBTQ community. He gets the black audience, the white audience. He does, and he still only ended up with 95,000 views. So
yeah, my thing is though, it's like it's shock value stuff. It's that stuff only lasts so long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you went from ESPN, went to Fox Sports, went to Outkick. You're a Blaze Media. Like you have continuously done this. Yeah. And whenever you get the most popping is whenever you say the most controversial stuff. Is anyone checking for what Jason Whitlock is saying after a game?
Nah, that's a good point.
No. Like I understand, like he might know a lot. I give him his credit. He's done it for a very, very long time. But at the end of the day, bro, just like watching a player end up having like his downfall, bro, you're kind of washed.
Hang it up.
Yeah. You're kind of washed, bro. So I don't know. That was crazy.
When
to
he
me.
was popping, was he heavy like this too?
Yeah, he already been eating. I think he played.
He plays football?
He played college football.
State, right?
Yeah, he played college football. He was offensive
with the
lineman.
Ball State. Yeah.
He was a lineman back in the day.
O-line, D-line, yeah.
See, Ball State?
I think.
What's that, in Baltimore? No.
No, that's in Indiana. Yeah, it's in Muncie, Indiana.
I just can't really, like, I just can't take him serious. I have no problem with Jason Witlock. I don't really know him at all. I'm just telling you, like, sometimes we always don't have to respond to everybody.
That's facts.
Like, if he ever said something about me, like, when I was my playing days, I wouldn't be running to respond to him.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you. I see you. We got nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? I'm being serious, though.
Yeah.
If more players had that type of attitude, we won't have all these viral moments. Because now they respond. Hey, come on, man. Thanks, Jason. And keep it moving.
This is what keeps the media world pushing, though. He calls out Stephen A. trying to get a response. It's exactly what they want.
And Stephen A. did
But
it.
also, the clip blows up. If he says that and the clip doesn't blow up, there's no response from Stephen A. It's the fact that it did blow up, and that's the reason why you got the response from Stephen A. Now he gets bodied again. I think he has it out for it, bro. He got called a fat bitch last time. Now a dude made a GoFundMe. You're getting torched over and over again. He must like that shit.
Yeah.
He must really I really think Jason Whitlock like that shit.
He's
bro. That's weird.
on some S&M type shit. It's in the video. In the 34 minutes, y'all go fact check this. Stephen A. literally said, "You basically are getting down on your knees in front of me."
What?
He said that, bro, about Jason Whitlock.
That is crazy.
Like,
I can't. They beef is kind of like, come on.
listen.
Yeah, I don't know. Homoerotic beef is kind of crazy. Homoerotic is crazy. That's kind of crazy,
Bro.
But I mean, it's given that with Whitlock's side.
That's
though.
what I'm saying, bro.
That's-
It's a
What's
lot
up
of,
with these
lot of
super
meat
chats,
going
bro?
on.
Hey, by the way, we're giving away $1,000 in about 25 minutes from now. If you are in YouTube, hit the link, hit the type in your code. It's PrizePicks code Speakeasy. Fill out the form. Make sure you put in your PrizePicks username. If you're on TikTok, stop what you're doing. Hit the link in the bio. Put your username in there and make sure you win this $1,000. Please, we're literally just giving away. Any super chats, sir?
Yeah, we do have some super chats. Shady Champ 1981 said, first super chat Cup 2021 was the best wide receiver ever. Triple Crown, OPOY, Super Bowl MVP. He led the league with 145 receptions, 1,900 yards, and 16 touchdowns. Also, Monster T.O. I say T.O. because he's more versatile.
You make a great argument. It's the greatest season ever for a wide receiver.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How many yards did he have his whole career?
Cup. I think 8,800.
He only have 10,000?
Going into the season, I think it was 88. Let me check. Go ahead.
So we keep it moving. Central Cash said, Acho, slide me that $1,000. Call it a donation, and you can write it off on your taxes. We can call it even for the picks that I tailed you on and lost.
Bro, you ain't tell me today. Central Cash paused that.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
Going on
Central Cash, you tripping. 8,300 for Cup.
That's what I'm saying. I want hating on Cup. I'm saying, but you only have over 10,000 yards.
Jamar in 6 years is like kind of match. I mean, but it's still a phenomenal career.
Where is this right here?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That
8,600
one
and 59
season go
touchdowns.
crazy.
I mean, that's 1 year though. That's 1 year. I mean, it's a great year, but when you start comparing to these other receivers, they got 8,000 in like 7 seasons.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Shammy Season 2345 said, Acho, you promised us a PrizePicks username this week. You can't keep ducking us.
Right.
We're trying to get
You're right.
paid so we can pitch
You're right.
in the GoFundMe for Trey's new
You're
dash.
right.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all really want to see
You're
me get a new
right.
dash.
Let me
Come on now.
see. Let me see what my PrizePicks username.
Okay, keep pulling that up. We got Q Rich 1178 said Tom Brady was getting blown out in the playoffs by the Cowboys. We don't care. We don't care. He still is viewed the same way. So somebody siding with Shady there. Central Cat said the only two men who outbeat Father Time was LeBron and Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice at 40 had 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Did, bro. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
And then we got two $50 super chats.
Hey, need that. Need all that.
One came from a woman regular, so shout out to her.
Whoa. Okay.
Drea Ashley, 92. Shout out to Drea Ashley, 92. She said,
"What's up, ma?
She said, just want to show my appreciation. I love you guys.
Hey, we
I've
love
been
you
watching
too,
y'all
bro.
for a minute now.
Love is love."
I'm a football fiend and I love football talk.
Oh.
I depend on Speakeasy to fill my void now that it's the off season.
Okay.
I love the realness,
Yeah.
the debates,
Talk about it.
and all of it.
Okay.
So thank y'all.
See, now I'll take that. Love. We love you back. You see what I'm saying? You see, I know where it is. You love us, we love you too.
But Kieran just said he loved you
I
when
said,
you
I
said
said
pause
Shady, bro, I
that.
love you, dog. And then you said, whoa, pause that.
What was her name?
Drea Ashley.
Dre, we love you. We love you, boo.
I don't whatever
super
internal
chats.
healing you got to work on,
Keep
brother.
reading
Gets
super
you.
chats.
Yeah. And Shady sees a therapist the most out of all of us. That's
He
crazy.
does.
JoJo said, first thing first, Curry to GOAT. Second thing, Shady Carebear, soon to be Slim Bear. And Trey, I appreciate what all you do. The world is going through a lot right now, and your show brings people happiness when they need it the most. Y'all make a difference. Shout out to JoJo, man. Shout out to the Benjamin Ties, the JoJo's in the chat.
Real talk.
The Dreas that just go through the world and just show love.
Yeah, need that.
And
need
affection.
That. The username, PrizePicks.
Yes.
So just so y'all know, hey, Rome, one more time, just so they can know why they should be telling me on Prize Picks. Rome, just one more time. Just one more time for the people, please. When
Just
you tell
flexing
your boy
it.
on Prize Picks, you get these kind of dubs. This was today. This was today, y'all. Quick 1,500 and a 10,800. This was today. So Prize Picks, my username, I think it's just my actual name. Just, you got to spell it right. At Emmanuel Acho.
Yeah, not Echo.
Tell me on these picks, but you got to have Prize Picks. Use the code Speakeasy to get some free promo funds. And remember, we're giving away $1,000 right here at the end of the show. Carebear, keep it rolling.
Look, man, we got to keep it pushing. It's time to talk about some NFL draft talk. Dan Orlovsky went out and said that he believes Ty Simpson is the best quarterback in this class. I'll let you listen.
Simpson is QB1. I think Ty Simpson is the best quarterback in this class.
Dan.
Do you guys agree with Dan Orlovsky that Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson is the best in this class?
No. I believe that Ty Simpson might have some of the best tape in the class. I believe that Ty Simpson might have the best upside in the class, but I don't think that Ty Simpson is currently the best quarterback in the class. Why? Because Dan is going off film. I respect Dan's film analysis. He's one of the most astute analysis in all of the game right now. Know Dan personally, obviously. The thing for me with Ty Simpson is, in the biggest moments of Ty Simpson's college career, emphasis on the word college, he came up short. Conversely, in the biggest moments of Fernando Mendoza's career, he came up the biggest. Ty Simpson played Georgia, a tug and a pick. Ty Simpson played Indiana, no tugs, no picks, 12 for 16. Ty Simpson, I believe he played Oklahoma during the course of the season, and he had like a moderately decent game, if I'm not mistaken, like one tug, one pick. Far too often, there were elite college defenses that Ty Simpson didn't play well against. Early on in the season, he did have a good game against Georgia. I think he was 24 for 38, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, if I'm not mistaken. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But the dilemma is, as the season went on, and it tested your endurance, it tested your physical toughness, and it tested your resolve as a quarterback, Ty Simpson faltered too much. Conversely, Fernando Mendoza, I believe he saw Alabama, 5 tugs. No picks. Fernando Mendoza, I believe he saw, maybe it was Ohio State, 3 tugs, no picks. He saw Miami with the game on the line. He ran a QB draw, kept it, got bombed on, stretched, found his way into the end zone. And Fernando Mendoza led the losingest program in the history of college football, which is the Indiana Hoosiers, all the way to a national championship. Meanwhile, Ty Simpson led the winningest program as it pertains to national championships in the history of college football, and they fell short. So yes, Ty Simpson has really good tape with really good upside, but if you're talking about that it factor, the one thing that you quite literally can't measure, but I would suggest the most important attribute for a quarterback, you gotta give that to Fernando Mendoza.
And that's my thing. I think when Dan watches his tape, he's only watching just the X's and O's, the way he plays the game, how he reads coverages, but they don't talk about like the winning factor, right?
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, he had all this and that before he got to the pros in the draft, right? But one thing they couldn't see that Andy Reid could see is the winning factor. When it's time to turn on Superman cape, he does that.
Correct.
Mendoza, that's what I like about him. He don't blow me away with maybe his attributes or, maybe he plays the game a certain way. But one thing he does do, he turns it on and he wins. And he finds ways to win. If it's throwing, if it's running it, he has clutch moments. And a lot of these players, when you talk about the draft, they want to talk about this only tape. Well, what about the part of dog? They want to talk about the measurements. How fast can he run? How far can he throw? That's great. But football is not played like that. Football is not played in a shirt and T-shirt and shorts, right? You look at Mendoza, one thing that comes out to him, the leader part, but also when it's time to win, he puts that X Factor thing on, right? Like the video game, turns that thing on, he plays well, puts on Superman cape on from time to time. So that's what I like about him. I like Ty, but if I had to pick, I would take Mendoza for sure.
Yeah, to me, Shady, you talk a lot about college quarterbacks and where they come from, right? For me, I look at like the coaches at those places, right? So Ohio State quarterbacks you're not a big fan of. They've had like trouble getting those guys maybe developed and playing well in the National Football League. I look at what happened last year at Alabama and then the year prior at Alabama. Emmanuel, you're a big college football guy.
Of course.
God, Jalen Milroe, do you remember how he started the 2024 season?
So when he went crazy?
Started on fire. Had 18 touchdowns in 4 games. They beat Georgia. They looked like one of the best teams in the entire country, and he was the Heisman favorite through 4 seasons of that game. Yeah, 18 touchdowns in 4 games.
Yeah.
Ty Simpson, they started off, they had a loss to Florida State on the road. Defense wasn't stopping the run. It wasn't really his fault. He didn't have that bad of a game. He showed flashes.
Yep.
They then went on a winning streak. Just started smacking people all the way through like Tennessee, and he looked great. How did they finish the season, though?
Not great.
They finished the season offensively inept. They finished the season really struggling.
Yeah.
And Ty Simpson was a huge part of that. Also, we watched these two quarterbacks face off against each other. And I hate the one-to-one comparison in college football because a lot of the times the best quarterback might be on a worse team, behind a worse offensive line, no run game. I get it. But what I saw Ty Simpson do against the Indiana defense, you can argue that he had the worst performance of any quarterback against that Indiana defense over the year. He had 67 yards, went 12 of 16, and I believe got benched in that game. I think they're saying it was an injury. Austin Mack came in, led them down the field for the first time they had that entire drive. I'm not here to say that Ty Simpson's tape doesn't jump off the screen because it does. I think he's a very talented quarterback. But would I take him quarterback one in this draft whenever I watch someone else do on more
the same field,
on the same football field?
Yeah.
No, I can't say that. I watched Cardale Jones outplay Marcus Mariota in the national championship. I'm not saying that that's always the case, but whenever you have two guys that are top tier, you're supposed to do more than 67 yards.
Here's what I will say, because I've often disagreed with Shady on anybody can be good in college. I don't think that is the case. However, if you're a number one overall pick, you have to dominate in college. And I truly, to some degree, don't care about the talent around you. I watched Cam Newton take an Auburn team with one NFL draft pick. I think it was a 5th round, either running back or offensive lineman. I watched Cam Newton take that team into Alabama, beat them, and take that team and win a national championship. In college, at quarterback, you should be able to dominate. Dominate. Johnny Manziel and Mike Evans went crazy, and it was them two. And people didn't realize how good Mike Evans was at the time. So to me, I can't watch Ty Simpson throw for no touchdowns and 2 picks in a game versus certain teams and throw for no touchdowns, no picks versus it's Indiana. It's not the Buffalo Bills. This was not the Houston Texans. This was Indiana. It was Indiana, and you looked like you were playing an NFL team. Yeah. So that is, to me, why I look at Ty Simpson and I say, far too often over the course of this season were you held to under 60% completion percentage. In college, under 65% completion percentage. In college. If this is college, bro, Patrick Mahomes in college, he threw for 700 yards in a game.
Yeah.
Against Baker Mayfield. Or at least 700 yards of offense that team had. So I say that to say, if you can't dominate in college, I just can't trust that I can take you number one to the Raiders. You got to see the Denver Broncos. You got to see the Los Angeles Chargers. These are 2 top 10 defenses. You got to see the Kansas City Chiefs with Steve Spagnuolo, one of the most confusing defenses over the last 5 to 10 years. I want to take you number one. So what Dan is looking at is what we looked at with Zach Wilson. When we said Zach Wilson looks really good on grass and Zach Wilson has a really good arm, you're looking at the tangibles. The dilemma is you have to start to measure the intangibles, especially when you're talking about the college Qs.
Yeah. What you say you disagree with me?
I disagree with you on everybody being good in college. I don't think everybody's good in college.
And he's not that good in college. He was good. He was good, but
he's not. Hold up. He's not bad, though.
No, he's not bad at all.
You would say he's a good quarterback.
He's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's going to college.
But he's not a number one overall pick.
No.
I don't think there's no number one pick quarterback in this draft.
Yeah.
Do y'all agree with that?
I think from a talent perspective, the way that you dress it up, yes.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
You number one pick.
Now,
out of this whole draft, you the number one guy we taking? Mendoza's good. He's not that. He's not that. I think he's like a Kirk Cousins type of comparison. Right? Yeah. He may run a little bit better, but he's like that. I don't see no real true quarterback that's number one overall.
Yeah, I'll say this though, Shady. I think a trait that you like, and you talked about it this season with Mac Jones, being able to play on time. Mendoza, the reason why he's the consensus number one overall pick right now is because all he does is play on time. I think he's going to have an easier transition to being an NFL quarterback at an average level. I don't think he's going to be superstar or whatever. He could. You never know. You never know with some of these guys that understand the system and play on time. But the guy plays on time, and that's what you really want out of these quarterbacks. So for me, Ty Simpson, yes, he does. He has incredible talent. He can extend plays. He has a huge rocket arm. He can make those things happen, but he's never really shown first. This is a guy that couldn't win a job for 4 years at Alabama.
Yeah,
I just want to say one more last thing before we get off. G? Everybody's good in college, though. Think about some of your worst players in the league. Bro, they were good in college. I don't care who it is.
They're in the league. You're saying every NFL player was good in college.
Yeah.
Got you.
Everybody in college, everybody in the league is not good, first of all.
Yeah, I agree.
What I'm saying is, for anybody in the NFL to be in the NFL,
they were good in college.
Think about that though. College is not. It's like college is kind of like real talk. It's cool
compared to the NFL.
I'm looking to confirm,
but think about it though. Everybody's good in college though.
I see what you're saying. If you made it to the NFL, you were good in college.
Tim Tebow, they say that he's one of the greatest college players of all time, right?
That system. Yeah.
You say that, right?
No, they do say that.
And then you get next to him in the pros, you're like, yo, how are you here?
Yeah.
Think about what I'm saying.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah,
different game.
Yeah, Puka was not that great in college. He was still good enough to get selected in the fifth round because people saw the film.
No, Puka
he was good.
Nice. Yo, my man, he coached him. He said, yo, people don't forget, Puka was an All-American in high school. He was like a top. Yes, I mean,
he went to Washington. He was solid. Yeah,
so I mean, they like it ain't changed much. Yeah. He been nice.
It's just so I wouldn't think anybody would throw if you said like best receivers to play at BYU or Washington in the last 10 years.
You're not saying Puka.
I don't think Puka would. If you put top 5 for both of those schools in the last 10 years, I don't think Puka's. Maybe BYU, he might be top 5.
Bad coaching though.
That's what I'm saying though. Bad coaching does
every coach is not smart.
Yeah.
Did Puka end at BYU or end at Washington?
He ended at BYU. He started at Washington. Ended up transferring. Nice. But no, perfect example. Quandre Diggs.
Yeah.
Played in the league for a long. He's nice though, right?
He's nice.
In college?
He was cool. He was
like.
But crazy thing,
he was good though.
He was good in college.
He was good.
See, everybody's good in college.
But he was better in the league than he was in college.
Only reason he got drafted so late, he's 5'9". But like Quandre is a freshman. When he first showed up at Texas, I was like,
he was a dog though.
Yo, this kid's crazy.
He was good.
Quentin Jammer, younger brother?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Acho's All-American in college. You be trying to play Acho like he had 3 or 30 tackles.
I know Acho was All-American in college.
But what I'm saying is, bro, he was All-American. Like everybody.
I was a fan. I watched him play.
Everybody's good in college.
He also went 5-7, and we lost to UCLA and got that ass busted by Taysom Hill.
Trent Richardson was like all-world in college.
Trent was amazing in college.
2010, you were on the team when they went.
See what I'm saying? In the league, I was like, yo, I was remember watching like, yo, how is he looked at it so great?
Who wasn't good in college that was solid in the NFL? He got all muscle.
He reminded me of Jerome from Snowfall. This is all muscle. I'm being serious here though.
Hold on.
All these players
squabble.
Well, hold on. Was Brady good in college?
Brady who?
Quinn?
Tom Brady.
No, he didn't really play.
It's cool.
That's not Tom Brady wasn't that good in college.
No, Brady wasn't good.
I mean, they ran the ball all day anyway, but he was cool.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of guys that weren't that good in college.
Ken Dorsey was really good in college. I could do this for hours.
There's a litany of the guys that were great in college that are good
in college, though.
Yeah.
Everybody is. Though.
Yeah.
Yo, Pat White was the great player in college.
Yeah, but we knew he wasn't gonna be good.
We can't do that.
We did.
We knew Pat White wasn't.
He went in the second round.
I knew Johnny Manziel wasn't gonna be good. You knew that Tim Tebow wasn't gonna be a good NFL quarterback.
Johnny Manziel is one of my favorite college quarterbacks.
So fun to watch.
He's tiny. Yeah. I knew he wanted to be a good pro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he was really good in college.
Yeah.
So my argument to you is, look at the Heisman's though. Look at the Heisman. They're like, yo, what?
You know what's similar
Everybody is good in college.
You know what's similar in this case though? Coaching matters more than anything in college. Because there's so many systems that made players far.
That Oregon system?
RG3 doesn't have the career that he does without Art Briles, and then go into the league and have a Shanahan.
Let's talk about
that. I love RG3. I'm sorry, there's so many.
Yeah.
Johnny Manziel doesn't have the college career he has if he doesn't have Cliff Kingsbury. There's so many guys that like you needed the system as well. It's rare.
RG3 was a Heisman winner.
Yes.
I watched RG3 play in the league.
He was good in the league.
He was good in the league for a year.
Where?
His rookie year.
His rookie year.
Bro,
rookie of the year.
How many years? He played like 9 years, 8 years?
Probably 7 or 8.
Yeah, you weren't that good.
But
in all them years, you won in 1 year? That don't matter. I don't count. Everybody's good for 1 year. 1 year?
Yeah.
All I'm saying is this, though. You're not going to tell me that he was bad because he had a bad knee. Like, damn, you can't do nothing else? This is what I'm telling you.
Yep.
He was really good in college.
Elite. Not really. I mean,
he was one of the best.
Well, my argument to you is everybody is good in college. You put RG3 on the NFL level, right?
And he won.
There's some guys that are like levels above in college.
He had one decent year.
One great year.
I won't call that year great.
Better than Andrew Luck.
I can't say a great year.
Okay, good year.
But after that, we see who he really was.
Yeah.
And he was just cool. Mm-hmm. Backup type dude. He was cool.
Yeah.
But so my argument to you is everybody in college, for real, they all be good.
But not elite.
Not elite,
Not
though.
elite.
That's the thing.
That's
Some
fair.
guys in
Who's
college
elite?
are otherworldly compared to other people, and then they get to the league and it just flips. And
like Percy Harvin in college was a god.
He's a god.
Percy Harvin in the league was still good.
He was a good.
He was good.
But if you look at Percy Harvin's career compared to where Percy Harvin,
we not doing
Tavon
that.
Austin in college was a god.
But what I'm
in
saying
the league,
is
average. Yeah, he's average.
No. He still was good though. Like my thing is, you could be whatever you want in college, but the league
will humble you.
Right.
Okay.
What I'm saying is,
the league will humble you.
all world in college, or just really, really good, or elite. it's easier to do that.
Trent Richardson was like that in college, and then got to the league and was just.
I'm a
Trent was better than Mark.
The thing is, though, Trent
in the league, Mark was way better than
Trent.
Trent.
Wasn't just like
college.
in college, Trent was better than Mark.
Shady?
For y'all,
Trent was.
I've seen them both. I played them both. National championship game.
I don't know.
Trent was unbelievable.
I'm not saying your glasses don't work. I'm not saying that. I know my eyes work for running backs. I knew he wanted to do good in the league.
Yeah,
because nothing showed me that he was elite. But he played for Alabama, and this is back then when Nick Saban could just say, hey, come to Alabama.
So did Mark.
We get some hush money under the table, right? And we'll win games. That's what they did.
Yep.
Nowadays with NIL, you can't really do that.
Of course.
So what I'm saying to you is, Mark showed me running back traits. Could jump cut, could make guys miss, was quick enough, could catch the ball, all these different things. He was agile enough. When I watched Trent, I see none of that.
Shady, Trent was.
I can't. Well, look, I don't argue y'all about running backs.
Amazing.
I just won't do that part. But I want surprise. And my last thing to you is everybody is good in college. Truth.
Trey, we got any super chats, G?
Well, hold on.
We do have some super chats.
Look at this slow. Look at this. Security has to move it. What is that? What is that? You think that's gonna work in the league?
No,
You
show all the way downfield because.
What is that?
You got to run the whole
Show me
play.
what that is, though.
You do have
Hold
to run
on.
the whole
You
play.
got to
I gotta find. Let me find the whole play.
that whole play. He shook that dude twice.
Here we go. This is it.
Watch.
This is the whole
Bro,
play.
pull it up.
Pull it up.
Okay, watch. That's 21. That same 21.
Gets
Watch
all the way
that
back
same
downfield.
21.
Look at this.
What? That same
Bro,
21.
in college
What
was
are
a
you showing me?
Watch this same 21.
Get your ass on the ground. Come on. Trent was crazy in college.
See, and that's why.
But forget this. But I played him. So I played them both. I had to tackle them both. I had to fill the gap on them both.
What does that mean?
We have to game plan them both.
Because what's that mean?
Meaning I know how good Trent was. First-hand experience. Yes,
college.
Agreed.
Because he got us as the league with some
1,000-yard rookie season.
Well, Trent was pretty cheap.
I mean, you the third pick overall. You won't get the ball.
4.7 a touch. I think.
That boy was traded in 2 weeks. He was traded in 2 weeks.
Go ahead, pull up Trent's rookie year.
We're not about to watch no Trent, man.
Listen, while we pulling up the footage, just so y'all know, we have a 5-minute warning until submissions close for the $1,000 promo funds and from PrizePicks. The giveaway is going down in 5 minutes. So entries close. Get y'all entries in now. Fill out the Google form. Subscribe. Code Speakeasy. PrizePicks. Come on now. Y'all know the vibes.
Bro,
that's not an awful first year.
Bro, he got
950 and 11 in his first year.
That's what I'm telling you.
I mean, well, if you're free, I had 800 yards. I wasn't even a feature back. I started like what?
He got
the problem was the
267
3.6 yards per attempt aren't really.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's gonna get a lot of carries because he's the third pick overall. But real quick,
he got 300 yards receiving.
Real quick, hold up. 1, 2. Oh damn! Wait.
You want to see the game logs?
How many years he got?
Shady just hit the.
He played 4 years. 3 years actually. Sorry.
4 years.
He played 3 years.
Yeah. 3 years.
Yeah, he got traded in the middle of the second year.
Come on, man. Y'all playing around.
That's
today.
really bad, bro. He got taken.
But I'm not surprised because dudes, everybody's good in college.
He got taken third overall.
Tebow was one for me though. When I watched Tebow play,
Tebow was interesting.
I'm like, damn.
Great dude though. Shout out to Tebow.
I mean, ain't good guy yet.
Tebow. I mean, we knew Tebow was gonna be that way in the league.
No. You ain't gonna be that bad though.
He couldn't throw the football.
Yeah, I mean the Mountain West too. I think looking good.
No, not Mountain West. He was SEC. Tim was SEC.
Oh, my fault. I thought you was.
But I don't know. See, Trey had 300-yard games.
I can't name a bad quarterback in college from Ohio State. I can't name a bad running back from Alabama. I could just keep going. Like
I could give you.
Everybody's good in college though.
Wait, who'd you say from Ohio State?
Alabama has some bad running back this year, but it's past year. No, not run the ball.
Oh, NIL's different now.
Oh yeah,
because you can't. Now
under Saban though.
Well, Saban. I mean, you know how that is though, because Alabama.
TJ Yeldon wasn't crazy. He was still good though.
Well, he was good.
He was good in college.
He was a good back.
Damon Harris was cool.
Coffee was good.
We had Josh Jacobs though.
Glenn Coffee was cool.
Everybody's gonna be good at Alabama at running backs. Yeah, they're good linemen.
Good at Texas at running back, man. We had some bad,
but there's good and there's elite. That's the difference. That's all we saying. There's good and there's elite.
Omari was good. I didn't say elite.
Any other super chats, sir?
Yeah, we do have a few super chats to get to. We got a $20 super chat from JoJo. Said he meant to put you in the super chat where he showed us a bunch of love. So he included you too.
No ego.
I'll tell you, he's not a sensitive guy. He doesn't mind. Jay Fizzle said, I love when we get super chats like this because he needs more of it. Carebear got some love. He said, Jay Fizzle 31, JF said, you guys are awesome. Carebear, your potential is through the roof. Shady, best Eagle ever. Best running back Eagle ever. And
that's great. He up there though.
Yeah.
He said, hashtag fly Eagles fly and go birds. Sorry, my system crashed, so I had to pull it back up. Best Eagle ever?
Lane. Jason.
Nah, you got old school.
Old school.
Reggie White.
Dawkins.
Oh, Reggie. Oh,
D-Dog.
Brian Dawkins.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
Brian
did
D-Dog.
on the Eagles page. They did have a what Eagle did you want to see play? And it's a close race. Me and Dawkins. Now Dawkins won, but it was close.
How long did Reggie play on the Eagles?
I don't know.
Was it not long enough? Because Reggie's obviously the best Eagle ever. I just don't know if he played long enough.
But I don't think he played that long over there.
Because Reggie's a Packer.
He got out of
He
there.
played his first.
Damn.
He played his first 8
7
years there.
years.
Oh damn.
Oh, nah. Reggie the best Eagle ever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
No,
One,
he
two,
had,
three,
but
he had
four,
6
five.
straight All Pros for the Eagles.
But if you
ask
ask Eagle fans though, they love Brian Dawkins.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Which is weird to me. They don't love Reggie like that.
Reggie was nice.
Was it popularity? Just because.
Reggie's a Packer too, though.
brother.
Yeah.
And
Reggie was amazing.
And Reggie
actually.
didn't really celebrate. I guess he didn't really celebrate like that, right? I don't know.
Reggie
was nice.
There's not an Eagle that can
Special.
touch.
In 8 seasons, had 124 sacks.
Shit.
You know what?
It's not close as Reggie White.
Hold on, real
Holy
quick.
shit.
You know what needs to be looked at?
What?
Pass rushers compared to how they were pass protecting in 85 and on. If you look at the top 5 sack leaders, random nerd moment, and then we're moving on, I promise. You might find this interesting. Top 5 sack leaders in NFL history all started in like 85, 86. Remember, they didn't start recording sacks until 85. Reggie White, Bruce Smith, Kevin Green. And I think a large part of it was because they were pass rushing before there was a heavy emphasis on incredible tackles and incredible pass protection schemes. Because I'm like, there's no way that all these pass rushers are just that much better than like the Myles Garretts and the Aaron Donalds and the T.J. Watts and the Von Millers. But like all of the best pass rushers in history started playing in 85 and 84.
The alignment right there, though.
I'm looking at the side. So the first team All-Pro. The Reggie White's first year, he ended up going out there. First team All-Pro left tackle was Jimbo Covert. He was 6'4", 277 pounds. Right guard Dennis Hara, 6'5", 260.
Yeah.
Anthony Munoz, one of the greatest tackles of all time, though. But he was 275 pounds at his playing weight. Like they
There's
were just
something there.
they were a little smaller back then than they are now. Now you get the 6'6", 6'7". Long arm, 315 pound like dudes that can kick slide out of nowhere.
I just found it fascinating.
It's a different game though. It was more run heavy. You needed guys that were athletic and able to move more. You said more.
Bruce Smith has the most unbreakable record I think in sports history.
Yeah,
Bruce is nice.
200 sacks.
Yeah.
They weren't running zone scheme run stuff though. Like
Bro,
also,
nobody's come close.
Bruce Smith.
What's the brother with all the stolen bases in baseball?
Oh, no, that's Ricky Henderson.
Yes,
Ricky Henderson.
That's the most untouchable.
Ricky Henderson has
record
the most untouchable
in
record
all of professional.
Like, it's
sports.
not even remotely
Ricky
close.
Henderson.
I'm saying
No,
nobody's
no,
No,
I don't think.
I'm telling you,
You don't understand 200 sacks.
No.
20, 20 sacks a year for 10 years.
No.
20 sacks a year.
That's a lot. That's hard.
Thank you. 20 sacks a year for 10 years.
So check this out.
Because if you can play 12 or 13 or 14,
that's 15 sacks a year for 17 years.
So Ricky Henderson has 1,400 stolen bases. The next highest, not even 1,000. Also, when you look at Ricky Henderson, keep in mind, I don't think we've had a 100 stolen base season in like 15 years.
Yeah.
He has 1, 2, 3 of those in his first 4 seasons in the league. He stole more than 30 bags in like, I think it was like 18 years, and he played for like 20. He played 25 years in the MLB.
My friend, is
Nobody
the
is
most
breaking
untouchable
that.
record.
Nobody's breaking that record.
You know
ever.
why that's not? See, don't get me mad here, but I'm just gonna be honest.
Best athletes?
The best athletes don't play baseball though. The best athletes in the world are American, especially American.
This is an American,
Okay, and most of them don't play that. If you that fast and that athletic and that quick,
Like he wouldn't play
you gonna
baseball
play basketball
now.
or football.
Yeah.
So, but in football, right, and you big dude that's athletic, you gonna play defensive end.
Yeah.
And
But if Tyreek Hill was stealing bases, this record.
You get what I'm saying?
This record.
Come on now, you gonna catch him? Shit.
But also
He gonna still basically come back and steal another one. Like,
So
But I will
Ricky
say-
Henderson
but-
was an All-American running back in high school. I mean, he was an unbelievable athlete. He
Yeah,
just
he
chose to play
played football.
baseball because that was back then when like he'd have been an NFL player. To be honest with you. He was
also,
a crazy athlete.
but I will say, in order to steal bases, you got to get on base. In order to get on base, you got to be able to hit the ball. And hitting the baseball is one of the hardest things, one of the hardest single events to do in any sport. I don't care what it is.
No, that's true.
I don't care what it
That's
is.
true.
It may be the hardest thing to do.
That's
But
true.
okay, now imagine getting a sack.
I hear you.
And like,
I hear you.
sorry.
But this
Hold up.
would be my argument for Ricky Henderson because Guys are going to get stronger. Sports science and medicine is going to get better. They're going to get more durable.
Yep.
So they're going to play longer. So a 200 sack record over the course of a 15, 16, 17, 18, but over an 18-year career, it's easier than a 10-year career.
Let me ask you this.
Baseball, 1,400 bases.
You from the Nat, right?
Yeah.
You got
I'm
a hood there.
from Indiana, yeah.
Most of the athletes be from nothing. That's how it works, right? And who's getting all the praise? Is it Derek Jeter or is it Derek Jeter? Is it who's one of your baseball favorites you like? I don't know. Just give me somebody.
We don't do baseball in Indiana.
You know what I'm saying?
We don't got no baseball team.
Like we don't.
We
but
cheer
like
for the
Kobe
Cardinals
gonna be on that
and the
wall.
White Sox.
Jordan gonna be on that wall.
Yeah.
Braun gonna be on that wall.
Yeah.
Allen Iverson gonna be on that wall. Barry Sanders gonna be on that. You know what I mean? Dion is gonna be on that wall.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is like it ain't glorified as much in the hood playing baseball. Like we played it, but
it should be though. I'll make the argument, but I agree with you. It's not.
Yeah, like,
but it should be.
Last thought before we move.
I also throw this out there on the section. So the last 100 steal season that we've had in baseball, 1987.
Jesus.
Yeah, like Ricky Henderson's record's not getting touched. Also, Myles Garrett, shout out the best pass rusher in the NFL right now, through 9 seasons of his career, has 125 sacks. So he's a season behind Reggie White as it is right now. He can finish with like 160, somewhere around there.
And that's
200 is Bruce Smith.
40
Yeah.
short.
That's still 20% shy.
Crazy.
Yeah,
Bruce Smith.
Bruce Smith is crazy.
That's crazy.
It
Where we at?
depends.
Last topic of the day, please.
Look, getting
This
to
the
the last
last one,
topic
right?
of the day. Yes,
Yeah,
it
last
is.
one.
We doing it?
We're doing it right after this.
Okay, bet.
Yeah, okay. So look,
probably $1,000 giveaway right after this.
$1,000 giveaway right after this. Last topic of the day, Shams put out a tweet earlier today saying the NBA has informed teams that the league is projecting a $165 million salary cap, $1 million lower than previous outlooks due to reduction in local media revenue. Sources tell ESPN. Minimum salary $149 million, tax level 201, first apron, second apron, and all of them. Also $1 million less. Wonder who had a take about basketball and whatnot the other day. But anyway, is this the beginning of the end of the NBA?
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like, in a world where money is just growing in sports, the biggest industry, the NFL salary cap grew by, I think, 5 or 10% this year. And basketball, y'all, money going down? To me, it's play stupid games, win stupid prizes. This is a terrible look for the NBA, but this is what happens when players aren't playing. This is what happens when stands aren't getting filled in stadiums. This is what happens when ticket revenue is not matching the demand. This is what happens when the product is so saturated you don't even know where to watch games now. NBC, wait, is it Peacock? Wait, is it on Spectrum if it's a Lakers game? Wait, is it on ESPN? Wait, is it on ABC? Like, this is what happens when you don't know how or where to watch the product. Now, all of a sudden, TV revenue, which is where the biggest point of revenue comes from, TV revenue's gone. Now the salary cap going down? Going down in a world where the salary cap should be increasing? Nah, 2-5. Like, this is, to me, this is play stupid games, win stupid prizes, bro.
And it is kind of confusing because I'm thinking like, man, if they're subtracting money already, what happens in 5 years? You gonna keep doing this, right? I don't know when their CBA, is up or whatever, but this is not good, yo. Because I look at the future, and if it's gonna keep going down, you always think that sports, NBA, it's going global now. You're getting players from all over around the world, and it's high demand. We want to watch it. But if it's not watched, and there's not the viewership, and people's not going to the games, it's like, yo, how can you pay the players? So what happen next is these salaries gonna have to come down a little bit, right? Yep. Where you think a match contract every year is gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, now it might not. So this is kind of something you got to watch after because this is not good for the game. If this was football, I would be even scared because, like, whoa, hold up. You got way more players to pay. You get what I'm saying? There's only a certain amount of games, and now the money's not going up no more. It's going down. I don't know. This is not a good look.
Okay, so I think it's two things. One from the media perspective, and then one from the league perspective, right? So first things first. Whenever you guys were growing up back in the '90s, I don't know. You guys aren't that old, but still, when you guys wanted to watch a big time NBA game, what was it on?
NBC.
It was on NBC.
Yeah, back in the day.
TNT, but back in the day.
Rashad.
Yep. So
yeah,
you
it was NBC.
Yep.
Moved to TNT.
Yep. You had NBA on NBC. It was a nationally broadcast on Sunday. Whenever you guys watch NFL football, that's scheduled every single Sunday. What networks are you watching it on?
Fox, CBS, ESPN, Fox, CBS.
No, look.
Fox, CBS,
Fox, CBS, NBC. Those are the other three. All right.
Okay.
Now, when you want to watch a game from a random team or whatever it is, right? It's not all in one place. The NBA is not all playing their games on Tuesday nights or Thursday nights or whatever. I have to get a Bally Sports Southwest account to watch the Mavericks play. I have to get a league pass to be able to watch all the teams play if I want to be able to do that. Yeah. There's local media that you have to be able to get to or get access to watch your favorite team. And a lot of people, hey, are y'all's favorite teams located in the city in which you live? A lot of people aren't. No. Trey, have you ever lived in Portland, Oregon?
I have not.
No, but you're what?
A Blazers fan.
You're a Blazers fan.
I love the Blazers.
It's hard to get viewership whenever you have to go through so many hoops to be able to watch hoops. And that's the problem right now. In my opinion, from the media perspective, there's so many different avenues that you can watch the game. They signed a huge rights deal, though, with NBC, ESPN. I'm happy about that. I think it gives you more nationally broadcasted game. Go to Peacock, go to ESPN. Those are the two places that you can watch every NBA game that's nationally televised this season. Awesome. But for those other games, for Luka's 73-point game, how did you guys watch it? Be honest. Be honest. How did you watch it? Were you watching it on Peacock? No, it wasn't nationally televised. I wasn't watching it on ESPN. You know what? People were watching that thing on Streameast.
Yeah.
They was watching that thing with illegal streaming because that's really the most easily accessible way to watch NBA games as it is right now. It's like it's just very hard whenever the sport, there's no set scheduling. You look at what teams they're playing that night, and you do that at the beginning of the day, but also there's 82 games happening throughout an entire season, and you don't know if they're playing Tuesday night, Wednesday night, this week we're playing on Sunday, the next week we're playing on Friday, we're playing 3 games this week, we're playing 4 games this week, there's a back-to-back this day. You don't know. Yeah. The NFL grows because it's a constant. Sunday, Thursday, and Monday during NFL season, what's happening, guys? There's a game on. There's a game on. But
it's still on streamers, though. Like, you got different.
No, of course. Yeah, there's different things that you have to stream. But guess what? There's that one game that night.
That's true.
Yeah.
On Sunday, that's where I can watch all of it. I'll get my Sunday ticket to be able to watch all the games if I need to. I'll load up that quad box.
You know what's funny, though? I'll be thinking about this, though. Let's say if the owner said, you know what, bro, we can't afford to pay this no more. The TV money's not the same. They're not giving the same big deal. And we'll say, yo, we'll the salary cap will be whatever it is. And I'm thinking, like, as a player, you gonna buy by them rules because you want that money. So if you was making $200 million now, and you only gonna make $100 million, you gonna do it.
Yeah.
What else we gonna do?
Well, you finna go back and play them games or shorten the season.
But you see what I'm saying? Like what I'm saying is like a player's gonna play ball because that's what we do.
That's part.
So if I can't make the $200 million no more, I can make $100 million.
It is what it is. That. What was the NFL salary cap this year? What did it increase to?
Yeah.
Because like to me, we can't overstate how big a deal this is. And again, NBA players got to realize they're quite literally cannibalizing their own sport. Cade Cunningham will now not make a first-team All-NBA because he's not eligible for a postseason award. And why? Because they had to instill a game minimum because of rest. Now, because of players resting and all that stuff, now all of a sudden the players are losing their own money. Like, you cannibalizing your own sport because you're not getting right. What is it, Kieran? Talk to me.
I disagree with that point, but I'll get to that in a second. NFL salary cap is now at $301 million, which is an increase in $22 million from what it was in 2025. To go back to your point about the rest, I do think that does play a factor whenever it comes to in-game sales. Ticket sales are hurting because players aren't playing. Like, I can get a ticket tomorrow to a Lakers game, right? But I don't know if LeBron's going to actually play. I don't know if Luka's going to actually play, and that could change 3 hours before the game.
Yep.
And I like that just didn't used to happen back in the day. So I do understand that. But also, I think a huge part of this is when people are telling you that the product isn't good nationally, when everybody's telling you that the product isn't good, that hurts the product. Media has told you I'm sorry, like as a fan, this is what I've seen. I've seen former players do it. I've seen fans do it. I've seen everybody tell you, well, basketball just isn't the same as it is. Whenever you push that narrative, guys, it's going to hurt the sport. We have more influence than you think we do, and when everybody's saying that the product isn't as good as it is, it hurts.
But
can I take a positive take on this?
I think they really, that's how they truly feel.
Do you think the NBA Finals or the playoffs this past year was bad? When you watched the Knicks and the Pacers go at it for 7 games of that series, do you think it was bad?
You're talking about like what, 2 months period? But what about the whole season? So my thing is, the playoffs might be good. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But in like football, every game is good. And the playoffs, it gets better.
Yes.
You watch basketball, and like you're saying it's the narrative, but it's like, yo, when you watch games from now compared to back then, the product isn't as good. So I don't think they're making it up.
Yeah,
I think this is what they feel
I can
like.
hear it on the All-Star game. I can hear it on certain aspects, but night to night, there are competitive games in the NBA.
You see a whole bunch of dudes shooting a whole bunch of threes all day. Like, you don't see no real skill, just shooting, chucking up tray balls.
I think you say that, but if I pulled up a video of 1992 basketball or 1987 basketball, you probably wouldn't be able to watch it without being bored or being like, damn, this isn't that good of a product. The game has just changed, but with that change has come a mass criticism from everybody that people listen to. Y'all have influence.
I'll tell you this much. Comparing 87 to wherever you want to compare it, they was watching that game and it grew the game. From 87 to 90, 95, right? 2000.
So why do we hate what it grew into?
Hold on real quick. 2000, 2001. Now, people watch it and they don't feel the same. So however you want to take that information, just hear what I'm saying. From 87 all the way to the 90s, the 95 to 2000s, people love the game and the game grew. They make more money and et cetera. Now, they don't feel the same. So if you want to say every viewer that's watching don't feel like that, then that's what you're saying. But the numbers are showing you that.
Yeah.
But the people that are watching the games are enjoying the games. The issue is it's hard to watch the games because you can't find the games one day it's on Amazon Prime, the next it's on
Trey,
Peacock.
you say that, but
the next you just had to flip on the TV, turn the dial on and watch the game.
But Trey, the fans and people are saying like, yo, this product it's not it.
Yeah.
So then you.
But yes, it's a compound issue. The product is bad, and you're making it harder to watch, and you're putting it behind a paywall, and you're putting added layers for me to have to make it more difficult in a world where everything has become streamlined.
Is that what it is?
I also find it crazy that NBA players are the most influential in the entire country. Out of every other professional sports athlete, basketball players have bigger social media followings. They sign crazy ass.
They don't play the game with a helmet.
No, exactly. But also, there's less of them.
Yeah.
So because of that, though, it's interesting to me that like they now can't find growth.
What they got to do with the game, though?
I mean, like, what is that? I'm saying it's interesting now that the NBA has this issue, and they can't find ways to grow. Whenever you have more influence than anybody in an influential era.
But I'm saying we're not asking about the influence. We're saying, yo, I want to watch basketball.
Yeah.
I don't want you to model me your shoes. I don't want you to show me your tattoos and your crazy little hair colors. Let's play basketball.
Of course.
And when they watch it, the product is not the same like it used to be.
I would also love to see illegal streaming numbers, though. Because I'm telling you right now, anyone 27 and younger, before we get that league pass, if you don't have the money to get league pass, you're not watching. You're not paying for Bally. You're not paying for any of that.
Yeah.
You know where to find illegal streams.
The other thing,
that's another thing. Y'all generation didn't have that.
To Shady's point, and I think that there's a thread here because the NBA not only has a bad product or lesser product, but now you have a lesser product that you're diluting amongst 8 different streaming services. Yeah. So, like, it's one thing if you had a great product you're diluting.
Then everybody want to see it.
Now you're taking a lesser product in NBC, Peacock, Prime, CBS, ESPN. The product's not good enough, bro.
Yeah,
like the product's not good enough for you to be.
People aren't that because at the end of the day, because the NBA regular season is such a casual watch.
Yes,
it needs to be casually accessible.
Yeah.
I want to just be able to push a button and have the game turn on. I don't want to have to I push Amazon Prime and I'm like, and then I see buy this game, league pass to see this, league pass to see that, league pass. That's annoying to me. If I just want to casually flip on some basketball while I'm cooking dinner, I can't do that anymore.
What I will say with the product is like from back in the old days, and I don't say the old days, but like the Kobe's, even the younger Brons. The T-Max and all them type of guys, like they play ball. All this fake fouls and all that. Now it's like everything's a touch foul. And the guys are shooting. Bam had 83 points, bro. He had 40 free throws, dog.
Yeah.
So I'm not hating on the product. I'm just saying like even like the Paul Pierce and Celtic days with Kevin Garnett, like I love watching it. That was like real dogs. You know what I'm saying? We don't like each other. No, we don't. You know, and then I watch it now. It's like everybody's kind of cool, and then like this is touchy foul. You can't say this. You can't play this way. Everybody's complaining about the refs, and it's like, yo, like Luka. I love watching Luka play basketball on offense. I love it. But there's some points of the game, and I got a lot of Laker friends and family. And like, yo, dude, you play 82 games, and out of 82 of them, you doing the same complaining to the ref.
Yeah,
get your ass back on defense.
Yeah.
Nah,
it's like simple things like it just, my man. You shot 30 shots tonight, bruh. You shot 15 threes. You made 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you think we want to see that?
Yeah.
If Kobe was cold, I'm going to the rack. I'm going to the rack.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is like the fundamental parts of basketball now, to me, It's way different. It's way different.
I mean, this is also a league that was growing. This is also a league that was growing whenever Kobe was taking 47 shots to score 41 points. But like to me, you can say the overall product. I understand. I can hear you on regular season basketball. Playoffs are still a great watch. Playoffs have always been a great watch.
Yeah, I'll say that.
And I'll hear you on that. I also, bro, the entire chat is on my ass right now because I mentioned StreamEast. StreamEast doesn't exist anymore, by the way. But this is what I'm saying though. Everyone in the chat right now is spamming, bro, you're snitching on the stream. Yeah, because they watch it. They watch it on streams. The same way they're watching us right now, I guarantee you some of these people, they might have a 2-monitor setup at home. They probably had that Lakers game on with the Speakeasy on one screen.
Yeah, facts.
Because why not? Why not?
Yeah.
And they're doing that for free.
Yeah.
They're not having to pay for a Prime subscription, for all of these other ways to watch games. Like it's tough now because there's a new generation and you have to find out how to package it for that new generation. And I'm telling you, comprehensive scheduling would help it. If it's the NBA is going to be played on this night, and this night, it might be tough, but it will be way easier to follow, and people will have, okay, I can schedule it and I can watch it like on this app.
Yeah.
The NBC Peacock deal, I think it's great, but let all of the games be on NBC and Peacock. The fact that some games are on CSN, Southwest, the Bay Area, Bally Sports, God knows what. The Bally went bankrupt, and they had an NBA deal with all these teams.
Bally owes me money.
It's tough. It's a tough watch.
Trade, let's get these $1,000 paid to the people, and then let's get up out this show. Are we ready? Trey, can you make the announcement of what has occurred today with this $1,000 giveaway?
Absolutely. So listen, we, in all of our generosity, have decided to donate $1,000 in PrizePicks promo funds. We've got Shady's uncle on the wheel.
Uncle Bees, let's go.
We've got hundreds of names on the wheel for y'all. All you had to do was fill out the Google form, put your PrizePicks username, use code Speakeasy, sign up for an account, make a first-time deposit, and your name gets put on the wheel. So right now we have the wheel ready. Kieran is getting ready to spin it. We're going to announce the winner. And you've got 1 minute to claim your prize.
Let's go, Uncle Bees.
We'll give you a little bit more time just in case you happen to run into an ad at the same time.
If they win, they need to do what?
They need to drop it in the chat that I am here. Send me my $1,000.
And what if they're on TikTok?
If they're on TikTok, Taylor, let me know.
Taylor, if they're on TikTok, what they need to do?
Same thing. Just say that you're here, say that you're available, and then we'll get you taken care of.
They have 2 minutes until we respin the wheel?
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, Uncle Bees.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and show this wheel.
Show the wheel.
This wheel is unbelievable. These are all the names. One of the people on this wheel will be going home with $1,000 tonight. Fellas, are you ready?
Let's get it.
Bees, wait, can I get any cash?
Let's spin it.
We're going to go on 3,
Okay.
2, 1. We're spinning.
Go.
If it's Reese, I'm walking out.
No, if it's Reese, bro.
If it's Uncle Bees, though, then what?
Uncle Bees, we pulling up shots.
Let me see who it is. I can't even see the names in there.
It's Blue.
No,
Choco. She's in here. I saw her earlier.
Oh, wow.
I saw her in here. Hopefully she's still awake.
Hey, Siri said a 2-minute countdown.
I think she's in here.
Man, we want Uncle Bees to win, man. Like
she gave me a shout out earlier. Shout out. Listen, you got 1 minute. Now there is a little bit of a stream delay, so we're gonna account for that.
Siri got this timer popping.
I'm saying
Siri got the timer popping.
147 left.
We on Uncle Bees got win.
Listen, I got a super chat in the meantime. We'll get to the super chat. So D Martez21 said, "Do you guys think older players staying too long and not being the ones who win championships hurt the game to us, especially when they are the ones who get marketed and talked about the most?" D Martez, you must have fast forwarded or you came in late because
I don't think older players staying long. Honestly, we need the older players.
Yeah,
because with all due respect,
she's here.
Yeah, we need the older players.
She's here.
She said,
"Run me my bread, dog." Shout out to lady regular. Shout out to a woman regular.
Hey,
sorry, Uncle Bees. Yeah, she does. She deserves it for sure.
Hey, $1,000 in the Speakeasy giving away. Y'all know we be giving away the bread in the Speakeasy. It's very simple. PrizePicks. Use code Speakeasy. Tell me on your wagers, on your lines at Emmanuel Acho. I made $11,000 today off a $1,000 bet. So even if you didn't win the $1,000 a day, tell your boy, use the code Speakeasy. You get some free promo funds when you type in that code. Make sure you sign up PrizePicks, code Speakeasy. Ethan, do what you supposed to do.
Look, man, it's been a phenomenal show. It's been a great time. We gave away $1,000. This is exactly what the Speakeasy is all about.
Hey, subscribe!
Make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell button to be notified when we go live, which will be tomorrow at 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15 p.m. Pacific time. That's where we're going to be, right here tomorrow night, Tuesday night, here in the Speakeasy. Look, For Carebear Kieran. For 2-5 Sports 2-5. 2 Live. Emmanuel Acho.
Yeah.
Social Trade.
Social Trade.
And everyone in the back, make some noise in the back.
Shout out to the gang in the back.
It's been another great episode of the Speakeasy. We'll see you guys next time.
Nurses are the best. Facts.